what it do?
Ahoy.
What's up?
What is the deal with Thursday?
What's going on?
I don't know.
What?
Nothing.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing.
Tell me everything you know about Jackson Suber.
Jackson Suber.
Do you know who that is?
His name is Jackson Suber. Should I know who Jackson Suber is?
Yeah. Come on, you're a sports guy.
Should I? Is this like me not knowing the... Wait, who was the sports writer? There was a Palacero, a Palesso.
Oh, no, Jim Passero.
Jim Passero.
Jim and George Passero.
Yeah.
Am I
going to get another angry email? Or I guess that was an angry voicemail.
No,
from that
because
guy.
no one cares about Jackson Suber. But
No.
If you asked him who George Pizzaro was, he'd have no clue who the hell he was.
It's a good point.
He's right.
It's a valid point. I don't.
And it's Passero, not Pizzaro.
Good one there.
That's how I feel.
Well, thank you for that.
Well, I don't know anything about him either, if that helps.
Jackson, what the hell was his name?
Suber.
Suber.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know why he's significant today?
I'm guessing something involving the British Open.
He is in the lead! But it's not the British Open, it's just the Open
It's
Championship.
the British Open. It is.
5 under.
Yeah.
A
So,
juicy little 5 under.
you know what else I know about Jackson Suber? He will not be winning the British Open. I'll tell you that right now.
You know what? I predicted in my head that you would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and now we know two things. The fact that I knew the British Open was going around,
The Open.
One of two things was when you said Jackson Suber, and it was 50-50. One, some guy that the Blazers signed to a 10-day contract.
That's a good guess.
And the other one was the British Open. So Jackson Suber, that had a real white guy energy to it that I didn't really put with, although...
He's pretty exciting.
Lanky 6'9" guy that can shoot, played at maybe Creighton. I could see that in the Blazers, but I decided to lean into the British Open, and I went with that.
26-year-old, born in Tampa, went to the University of Mississippi.
Very exciting.
Could not be any more exciting out there on the course.
I'm sure he is just
He's jaw-dropping.
I am looking up Jackson Suber right now, and whatever boring-ass thing you picture Jackson Suber as, just magnify it.
Well, he's a golfer.
Wow.
65 today. And it's his first ever Open Championship round.
And he's 26?
26 years old. Yeah.
Well, Brandon in there, who's got a real Tiger Woods vibe going on right now.
He does.
100%.
He's got the black Nike hat and the red
he's
shirt.
LT
I'm just playing the part. You inspired me yesterday when you called me the Tiger. So
Sunday red.
Yeah, he's going Sunday red. Even though
Thursday red.
I don't believe anyone has actually bought any of the Sunday red stuff.
I've seen a little bit.
Have
of
you?
it. Yeah, just a little.
I've yet to see it in the wild.
It's out of my budget. So
yeah,
I'm
I was
not
gonna
even
say
trying.
it's like super expensive.
Yeah, it's super expensive. But like
Tiger's a bougie fella.
Yeah, but like he's not popular anymore.
Yeah, but he's Tiger Woods.
I went to my buddy's country club. This was like earlier this summer, and they were having a Sunday red I don't know, like day, like the manufacturer was there, and they had the little tent out there, and everyone just made fun of it. Like, and if you can't get those bougie dudes to buy into I'm convinced that half the people that join that country club are just doing it to cosplay golfers anyway. It's like they just want to buy more golfing things, and even they were like, yeah, that's going to be a no. I've yet to see it in the wild. But anyway, he has a very Tiger-esque feel about him. But you're what, 30? You said 35?
35.
You look
35.
You look 5 years younger than Jackson Suber. Jackson Suber looks like he's like 42. That's the oldest ass looking 25, 26-year-old man on the planet. Look at him.
Well,
yeah, and I haven't shaved in a week, so if I've shaved, then I look another like 5 years younger than this.
Like somehow if you could take Fernando Mendoza and make him more boring in playing, which I'm not sure you could do, you would get Jackson Suber.
yeah, he's pretty. What would be the word? He's pretty nondescript.
Yes.
Like there's nothing really stands out about the fella.
No.
Got a pretty mean game though.
I guess. I mean, if you're out there shooting a buttery, 65, you said?
Yeah, 5 under.
Yeah.
Out there.
The Open Championship. Although I still call it the British. I'm going to stick with it.
All right, so
More importantly,
it's a big day.
Did Buck have him
No,
in his pool of day one favorites?
he did not. You know who Buck had? Because of course I hear all about it.
I would hope so.
Well, our former producer Buck, if you don't know,
Rest in peace.
He is a top 47 first round leader better west of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
It really is incredible.
First round leader is such a crapshoot. So that all you have to do is you have to just pick who will be leading after the first round, and he does it every week. He picks like 8 to 10 guys every week, and he hits them all the time.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Well, today he had Alex Smalley
Okay.
amongst his group.
Now, Smalley, I saw the leaderboard. He's up there. He had a nice day.
Smalley was 5 under, and that ended up being where Jackson Suber is.
Yeah.
And he double bogeyed 18 and lost Buck his monies.
So I saw he was up there. The Doucher had a nice day. I saw that.
Yeah.
I think he was at 3 under.
Yeah.
Cam Young, a couple others.
Yeah. Well, good job.
Yeah.
There's your.
But I was not familiar with Jackson
Suber.
How many people were familiar with Jackson Suber?
Well, if you watch golf like I do, he's had a pretty good year. He's been up there a lot this year. He has. I mean, he's a good player.
I'm going to buy Mart Tiger Woods. Did you know who Jackson Suber was?
Not a clue.
There you go. I'm sorry, but if our Tiger Woods doesn't, I'm not. You don't count.
Well, no, I'm a golf fanatic.
Yeah.
I watch every week.
That's like asking someone who's in the G League.
Why do you think they're clapping?
No, I'm just excited about it that you're a golf guy.
So it's a big day. Do you want to know why?
Really big day. No, I don't think it's a big day, but go for it.
No, it is.
It is.
Yeah. The Hawk is officially out today
Yes!
on Netflix.
Speaking of golf,
Yeah.
I should have worn my Hawk visor.
Here it is right here.
Damn it.
There you go.
I don't know who Jackson Suber is. I'm not wearing my Hawk visor.
ba,
Although
ba.
being a bald guy, I feel like the visor kind of misses the point.
What is that? Is that a hawk sounder?
Is it?
It's a peacock, but it might as well be a hawk.
Yeah, we'll call it a hawk.
Hey,
Yeah, there you
peacock,
go.
Hawk.
Yeah, the hawk.
Nice.
You look like Lonnie the Hawk Hawkins. Right there.
I need better hair.
Yeah, so,
Boy, this is a little tight. You got a tiny little head.
well, I don't think it, I haven't put it on yet.
Oh, I thought that was like, was that on you? I was like, geez, thing's tight.
So they sent us to LA to hang with Will Ferrell, our new friend.
We wined and dined the cast.
Yeah, so today the show is out
We're done being embargoed. Are
on
we
Netflix.
not?
Yeah, so we can talk about it.
Our embargo is officially ended.
Because we've seen it. And we watched it before we went down there, so we knew what to ask them in the interviews. So 2 things. One, today we're going to play the audio of us sitting down with the cast.
Yes.
So it's about 17 minutes. We're going to do it right off the top of the club at 6 o'clock. It'll be Will Ferrell, Luke Wilson, Fortune Feimster, and then Molly Shannon and Jimmy Tatro.
I think I had something going on with Molly Shannon, just so you know. We sat by each other and, there was some heat. I could feel it.
So I tried to get her to do the kick and stretch, but she had a short skirt on.
I know.
And she would not.
No.
She said, look at what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
I was like,
I feel like had she been wearing appropriate pants, there would have been a kick and stretch. I'm 50.
kick.
I'll say this about every
stretch.
every one of those cast members. They could not have been any nicer.
No, they were great.
They were fantastic.
So the audio is going to play tonight. We get to play that. You get to hear us. You get to hear Will Ferrell cracking us up. It's pretty fun. And the show, which I did check before we got in the air, it is up there for you, so you can start streaming it now on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Like, it's classic Will Ferrell.
Yes.
So if you like Will Ferrell characters, you're going to love Lonnie and the show. It's goofy and over the top.
Yes.
But it actually has, at the end, it has a couple of twists and turns, and it's actually pretty good, and it has a little bit of a heart.
I will tell you at the end, because it is. If you like Jackie Moon and you like Ricky Bobby, it's Talladega Nights with golf.
Right.
The Will Ferrell broken hand bit, wait till you see the hand, because it's classic, and there will be 3 or 4 lines that will become iconic.
Yeah, it's great.
Yes, and it involves also a women's golf shirt that I wanted to wear down to the press conference, but I was advised maybe it wasn't the best of ideas. But Will Ferrell looks great in a female golf shirt, and I think that should become a trend. But I'll tell you what, there was the last little bit there, the kind of the very ending scene. I got me almost. I'm not going to say that there was a tear in the eye, but I had a little lump in the throat on that one. It got me. And then Luke Wilson has a phenomenal over-the-top line at the end that just kind of wraps it all together. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, it's Will with a little bit of heart.
So, want to thank Netflix because they were the ones that invited us down, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. We learned a lot. So you guys can stream the show now, and then we'll play the audio in a couple of hours at 6 o'clock. Now we're off at 6:30 tonight.
Yeah,
because we have to play the Timbers game.
We got the Timbers.
So it's going to be.
This is Sports Central.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Open Championship, we got the Hawk, we got the Timbers. I got discount Tiger Woods in there. There's a lot going on.
There sure is. I need a little bit of a ruling here in the Prattle.
We're gonna throw a flag.
I think a flag has been thrown.
Okay.
And I just wonder if maybe it's going to get picked up.
Talk to me.
So, as you know, I have an older brother.
Yes, as do I. But I think you talk to yours.
He lives down in San Diego, California.
I believe it's San Diego.
Yeah. And he's down there, and he loves his Padres.
Yeah.
Okay. So he goes to the San Diego Padres fantasy camp every year.
Yeah.
And that's where you go and you get to play at the stadium and you get to talk to all the old, I think Trevor Hoffman was there. There's all these old Padres. And
I have a buddy of mine that goes to the Mets one every year, and he recently started going to the Reds one as well. Like, he loves those things. It's like it's his jam.
Yeah, so he goes to the Padres one, and he sent me. So they give you jerseys. They it's real baseball.
Oh yeah.
And they won the championship, by the way. His team.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Now, what was your brother's line? What was he slashing out there?
That I don't know. I don't even know what position he plays.
You don't know if he plays a hot corner or nothing?
No idea.
Wow.
All I know is I saw a video of them celebrating on Instagram.
Yeah.
And they were doing the beer, the beer celebration and spraying of beer.
This is down at This is down in Arizona, right?
This is in San Diego.
Oh, they do it in San Diego.
Yeah, they're at Petco.
Oh, because the ones that my buddy goes to are they do them at like the spring training facilities. So they always have theirs down in like either Arizona or like Port St. Lucie.
So he mailed me back
double cool
one of his Padres jerseys that he got there.
Yeah,
and it's got Rop on the back.
Ooh. It's a tough call.
Can I wear it?
Yeah, that's tough. I think you can. You can. You can do it, but at the same time, you're gonna feel a little awkward, and you have to accept the fact that you're gonna feel a little awkward, and you just got to put that out of your mind. You just do.
Well, see, I think I can do that.
Yeah.
Because I just forget that it says it.
Yeah.
Because it's behind me and I never see it.
Well, it's one thing, like if you wore it down to the Padres game, that's 100% cool. The problem is that if you're wearing it around Portland and people know who you are, that turns the douche factor from like a 3 to like a 9.
So maybe I can only wear it in San Diego.
It feels that it's in San Diego, I think you're completely legit. And anywhere else, no one will know. They'll just assume that there's some guy on the Padres named Rop that you don't know, right?
Or they ask for my autograph.
Yeah, that too. Like I have a Japanese baseball jersey, and it's got Soto on the back. No one knows who that is. You can wear that thing around. But if I had a Tsukanic one and I wore it in Osaka, no one would know. It's only weird because you're a known figure, and in Portland that could be a little weird.
So my brother could wear his because he has others that have the name on the back.
Yeah,
he can wear his wherever, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
Yeah. So I think you can wear it. It's just. Otani-san, and you don't wear a lot of jerseys anywhere.
No.
So you're going to wear it once in a while, and that's legit. Plus, it's cool. It came from the Padres. Your brother got it.
It's got a little dirt on it.
It's a championship-winning jersey, for God's sakes. Try not to sell it on eBay and make a mint. That's going to be a hot commodity. Wear it with pride.
Yeah.
Just don't wear it with the hat.
With the Padres hat?
Yeah, that's unless you're going to a Padres game. No,
I'm not big on two pieces of team clothing.
Yeah.
It's just one piece.
There you go.
Either a hat and I never wear a jersey anyway. So
no.
I probably will never wear this. But, you never know.
No.
I just wanted to.
You should wear that out playing golf, though.
Pull the electorate.
Slap that bad boy on and go. And go the Hawk or Happy Gilmore style. Get out there and start whacking it around in the baseball jersey.
Maybe this is what we need for the show is every time we're out now, we just wear gear that has our name on it. We advertise.
Yeah.
Who we are.
Now, the only thing I actually have football jerseys, and I don't know if you've ever seen like a professional football jersey without shoulder pads. It is the worst looking thing in the history of the planet.
You got to do what you got to do to promote the show.
You can't. I can't do that. You've never seen like a lineman trying to wear a jersey without pads. It's the most skin tight garment ever, but then the shoulders look like you're like. They're deflated because they're meant to have shoulder pads underneath them. It's not a good look. Like if I brought it in and you tried it on, you'd be like, how the hell did you ever wear this?
Well, maybe we get you some pads. Huh?
I think at the Big.
Let's go.
I think it was at the Big 12. The Big 12 media days. They made the guy.
The Monster Energy Big 12 Media Days.
Thank you. Sorry. I believe they made those guys wear the pads underneath their jerseys for like the interviews, which was the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Really?
No, yeah, it's bad. I've always said for years, schools need to make interview jerseys because they always like make them wear the game jerseys and then you look like an ass clown. They should have a separate jersey that fits more like a t-shirt or like a loose jersey that you would sell to the fans. Like if you're a fan, you do not want the authentic jersey. The authentic football jersey is not made for the
It's made to be signed and then framed.
Yes, it is not made for you. So they need to have an interview jersey as opposed to like, hey, this is the one you're going to wear, put it on. But the baseball jersey is by far the most accessible of any of the sports jerseys. Hockey maybe a little second, but then at least in hockey, like it's kind of a warm weather thing or a cold weather thing. Can't really wear it when it's warm. The baseball jersey can be worn. It's by far the most wearable of any of the jerseys.
All right. Here's a text to the fan text line. My buddy has a bachelor party to go to tonight, and he wants to watch the Timbers. Sounds like the strip club DJ is going to play the game on the TVs at the club.
Wow.
Coming in clutch.
I kind of like where we're going with this.
Very Portland.
That is very
Portland.
That is very, very Portland.
And by the way, your Mets are underway in the second half.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't?
It doesn't.
Playing the Phillies.
Do you know how just don't,
I actually don't.
Are
they?
They're so bad.
Didn't they kind of?
No. Rob, they're 40-57.
Okay.
They have the highest payroll in baseball by a mile.
It's not very good.
And they are 40-57. It was their worst first half of a season in like 24, 25 years. Quarter century.
How many GBs?
In the division, I want to say like 17, something like that.
All right.
No. There was a time where no matter how bad they were, you could look at the wild card and be like, they're like 5.5 back because everyone's 5.5 back, right? In the wild card.
They're 12 back in the wild
They're
card.
12 back.
They're almost as bad as the Rockies.
Yes. I think they have the third worst record in Major League Baseball, if I'm not mistaken.
Second worst in the NL.
I think the Rockies are worse, and I want to say...
Royals are worse.
Are they?
Yeah, and the Angels.
Okay.
So things are looking up. There are 3 teams worse than you.
Yeah. How much money? I'll bet you.
Combined.
I'll bet you combined.
Ooh, that's
the Royals and the Angels are not where the Mets are. I think
Royals, Angels, and Rockies.
All right, let's combine it.
Okay.
Because I'm guessing that all 3 might get there, but that's how bad the Mets are.
Okay, the Mets are at $329 million. Okay, write that down.
That's just embarrassing.
Write that down.
That's just
pulled it myself.
that makes me so sad.
Yeah, it should. One sec here.
Is that per win? Per win? Just
29. What did I say? 329 million.
yeah, it's not 1,000.
Yeah.
No.
Kansas City 149.
By the way, you're not including the tax, please. It's 376.
Colorado 117. Okay, you wanted to go.
376 is the Mets.
Well, I see 328.
No, but you're not. They're so much over the tax. They will write a check for $376 million for this absolute dog crap team, which I am wearing a Mets hat right now. Actually, I took it off to wear this, the Hawk hat, but I wore my Mets hat in.
Angels are 174.
Yeah.
So do some quick, pull up the old iPhone here.
The Royals are 93.
I have them at 117.
117?
Or 149.
Yeah, okay, because this is...
Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
Calm down. 400. Okay, so the 3 combined teams that are worse than the Mets have a combined payroll of $440 million.
Yeah.
The Mets are at $380 million.
Yeah, roughly.
So kind of the same.
Kind of the same.
Those 3 teams
Yes.
are worse.
That is how bad the Mets are. So when you say, hey, didn't they kind of get it together? The answer to that question is no.
No run coming?
They didn't no, there is no run. Dude, if this thing was a dog, they would Old Yeller that son of a bitch and take it out back and shoot it.
Are they gonna trade everybody?
I would imagine that there's got to be something. Although I don't know how many people want what we have.
Well, there's nobody good to trade.
No. I mean, the only good player they have makes $1 gajillion, and I'm not sure that anyone wants to take on the Juan Soto contract.
All right, that's your prattle. All right, let's get serious here, okay?
Let's do it.
Sons of bitches. Brandon, by the way, in for Stevie Fire.
Stevie Tahoe now, right?
Stevie Tahoe
Yeah,
down
Stevie
in down in Nevada for about a week. So Brandon is in. Thank you again.
Thank you.
He's very excited, as you can tell.
He does have Tiger Woods level excitement too.
He's focused.
I'm waiting one day. When's the last time you got fired up and yelled something? You just.
Ooh.
I'm
good
waiting
question.
for football season.
You're
I'm
Who's
saving
your-
it for football season.
BYU?
Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of. So are you like a yeller screamer?
Nah.
No.
I can be. I can get there.
No.
Well, we all can.
See, that guy.
Not in this
Dude,
environment.
Brandon's a flatliner in there. He's not too high, not too low, just middle of the road.
That's pretty accurate.
All right. We've got some SB's audio. Only a little bit, I promise. But something wild happened.
Yeah, there were some things happening. There's a couple.
We've got one thing in particular.
Yes, but they're,
And LeBron James to the Blazers.
we were waiting for that final piece.
Next.
George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, round one of the 154th Open Championship is in the books. Jackson Suber, the 26-year-old American, in his Open debut, shot a 5-under 65 to take a one-shot lead over Sung Jae Im and Dan Brown. Scotty Scheffler is 3 shots back at 2-under. Rory McIlroy with a forgettable start at 2-over. 3 of your Portland teams are in action tonight. The Fire are in D.C. to take on the Mystics. Tip-off at 4 o'clock. Coverage on 9:10 a.m. ESPN Portland starts in about 15 minutes. Fire are a 6.5-point underdog. The Timbers return from the World Cup break in Seattle against the Sounders. Stay here on 105.1 The Fan after primetime for pregame coverage starting at 6:30. Kickoff just after 7. And the Blazers continue Summer League play in Vegas against the Nuggets at 7 on Prime Video. I'm Brandon Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fan Sports Network.
I hate this thing. LeBron is coming to Portland, probably.
Yeah. I mean, if the pickleball player is saying it, I mean,
Inside info.
inside info.
That's what we were wanting on call sheet.
That's right.
Inside info.
Place your bets.
She's got it. But first, got to play a little SB audio for you guys. And you may ask why.
Yeah, is this the first time we've ever...
No, we've played some before.
We've played SB audio?
Yeah, I remember we played like when Peyton Manning hosted. And
Oh, yeah, the Norm McDonald one where he was
Norm.
doing the O.J. Simpson thing.
there's always something that comes out of it.
Yeah.
And in this instance, it is somebody who has no idea who Shohei Ohtani is.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
And that
you would
blows me away.
Yeah. I mean, he's arguably... Well, he's not arguably. He's the most famous baseball player in the world.
So
So...
it was Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, and DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Khaled, I believe.
Khaled. Okay. I went to the black guy. He gave me the nod of approval.
He just yells a lot. I don't think he really does anything other than go, DJ Khaled, another one. And then,
Brandon, is he good?
He's put out a lot of hits, yeah.
But are they his hits?
I feel like he's more of like the producer. He's kind of like the guy that
Okay.
puts them all together with all these artists and makes a song. So he doesn't really do much rapping or anything.
Yeah, he's the one that I've seen him before.
You've seen him.
Yeah, he seems kind of fake. Like
Yes.
he's contrived.
Yes. And I believe his beard's fake as well. He's got that weird... He's got that boozer painted on beard thing, and he yells a lot. He just kind of a fat guy that is kind of douchey, in my opinion. But
Well, anyway,
he's got a lot of money.
those three were presenting the award for Best Single Game Performance. And we're going to play some audio here. Now, this is going to be hard to hear, but I want you to listen closely at the end after they say Shohei can't be here, and then they're kind of walking off the stage. Okay,
Yeah.
Listen closely and see if you can.
And the SB award goes to, check this out, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei could not be here tonight. He sends his gratitude and appreciation to ESPN and everyone who voted for him.
Shohei's a guy.
Did you catch that?
Shohei's a guy.
Shohei's a guy? Yeah. That was Mike Tyson.
That was Mike Tyson.
He didn't know Shohei was a guy.
Well, look, if someone isn't
Oh my
gonna...
God.
If we're going to put a bet on the most ignorant man in sports, wouldn't it be Mike Tyson or Jake Paul? Have you listened to Mike Tyson? One, let's be honest. Mike Tyson is not an intelligent man. Two, Mike Tyson is 60.
Do you have to be intelligent to know who he is?
I don't think Mike Tyson cares. He's been hit in the head a gajillion times. He smokes an S-ton of weed. He's a convicted rapist, by the way. So, are we really surprised that Mike Tyson doesn't know who Shohei Ohtani is or that he's a male?
I am.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm surprised that someone at the ESPYs, it's the ESPYs, it's the award show for sports. Mm-hmm. He is a sportsman. You are announcing him. Perhaps someone might have told you who he is if you didn't know. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean,
So how many people do you think have no idea who Shohei Ohtani is, much less that he's a dude?
oh,
Like, seriously, like what percentage of people
there's a lot
is he in?
There's a lot of dum-dums.
Well, again, I don't think you have to be dumb. You just, maybe you're not a sports fan or, you know, but I would, even my wife, like.
Most people. I
You
would,
know what I mean?
I would think at this point that Shohei is a guy that has crossed over.
Exactly.
He's
You've
across.
heard about him.
You've heard about him.
You've seen him.
Well,
He's everywhere.
yeah, he is globally known.
And you know, and you think he's a woman?
Well,
What did he think? He was like a soccer player?
it's Mike Tyson. Maybe Mike Tyson has blocked out everything involving the Japanese because he was in Japan when he got Buster Douglas. So maybe if you're just from the Far East, Tyson has just put up some sort of wall and it's just like, nope.
The other thing is, as he was asking, Shohei's a guy, they were showing highlights of Shohei behind him on the screen.
Well, again, it's there. Honestly, I'm not sure you could give me something that would surprise me about Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mike Tyson, he is the most interesting case study. Mike Tyson is a horrible human being. Maybe now that there's been some sort of redemption, Mike Tyson is a bad person, just in every shape and form. And yet, and by the way, he's not like an all-time great boxer. Anyone that he fought that was really good whooped his ass. Even Teddy Atlas will tell you. Mike Tyson had like a stretch there where he was the most feared man. And then the first time he got pushed, he folded like a pair of twos. Like, Mike Tyson is not one of the 5 greatest heavyweights of all time, but we romanticize him because there was like that moment where it was like, whoa, he's the most feared man on the planet. And now he's got some sort of weird, cuddly, like, status where we view him as like this great guy because he was in The Hangover. It's so bizarre. I don't know another athlete that gets the benefit of the doubt quite like Mike Tyson. That one has always confused me. The fact that you see like people that still romanticize him and like wear his gear, you're like, really? That is just bizarre. Go look through Mike Tyson's behavior and tell me if that's someone that you're like, Mike Tyson, I want his autograph. Yet he's up there at the ESPYs not knowing who Shohei Ohtani is.
Yeah, you might want to familiarize yourself.
You would think. Good luck telling Mike Tyson, yeah, hey, Mike, can you at least be aware of what you're presenting? No, he can't.
All right, now to LeBron news, where I'm reading on ESPN.com that LeBron is not ready to reveal his new team yet.
Well, which is the most LeBron thing ever.
Well, perhaps that's because he doesn't know which team he's going to.
Oh, he knows which team.
Well, then why hasn't he told us?
Well, because nothing... As much as Mike Tyson loves to be ignorant and drugs, LeBron James loves to be mysterious and like in the news. That feeds that guy's soul.
Well, he says we won't have to wait much longer.
Well, I'm sure there'll be some sort of announcement and it'll be a big deal. LeBron James loves being the center of attention, and right now he's the center of attention.
Well, the question is how will he announce it? There are odds on that.
Well, I would hope he's not going to do another Taking My Talents.
Well, he might. Sit down with Jim Gray, run it back.
Instagram or something.
Probably a podcast.
Oh, there you go. Well, Rich Paul's got that podcast, right?
Well, I don't know. He's always on podcasts. Yeah. I don't know which podcast he was on, but he was on one today, and Tyrese Halliburton was on there and was asking him about it.
Yeah.
And he
was kind of being all coy.
Yeah, he said he wasn't ready. But it will probably be a podcast.
Yeah.
It's his Mind the Game podcast that he does.
So it's his own podcast?
Yeah.
Is that the same as Rich Paul's or different?
I think it's different.
Well, he's been busy too. Like, he's been in Scotland golfing for the last little bit. And I guess if you wanted to get a hold of him and Rich Paul, you just had to leave a voicemail. Like, they're like NBA teams leaving voicemails for Rich Paul. Like, please call us back. We'd like to be in the LeBron sweepstakes.
Well, he's got a lot of leverage. I mean,
I guess
the Heat want him. The Warriors want him. The Cavs want him.
The reports are, though, that it's down to Miami and Cleveland and Philly. And by all accounts,
Philly.
It just sounds like this is a Cleveland thing.
What about the Blazers?
Well,
because here's this.
We've got.
Did you guys catch this?
We've got new inside information.
Yeah. So pickleball player Anna Lee Waters.
And remember, Dundon owns the pickleball, whatever. Who knew there was professional pickleball? But Dundon owns it.
Yeah. So she knows Tom Dundon.
Yes.
And she says, I don't know. I know the owner of the Professional Pickleball League just bought the Portland basketball team, the Trailblazers, and I know he's trying to get James. So we'll see if that happens.
He's trying to get James.
Hey, that's great.
Learned that something.
Now, if you must know...
Does she really believe that?
I don't know. Do you know who gymnast Suni Lee is?
I do know who gymnast Suni Lee is.
Now, for some reason, they have her in here. This is USA Today story. She believes that James may be headed to the Timberwolves.
And why is that exactly?
So now I don't know.
So we just have random...
Oh, and magician Oz Perlman?
Yeah.
Or is it...
He's a mentalist, I think, right?
Didn't Steven say his name is pronounced Oz?
I think that is correct.
He believes that LeBron is headed to Cleveland.
Yeah. I think everyone believes that he's heading to Cleveland. Like, that seems to be the overwhelming sense, is that he's just kind of dragging this out, but he's just going to go back to Cleveland and he'll end it there, which makes sense. I mean, the Miami thing, like, if it's down to those three, Miami, he's got those bitter feelings with Pat Riley, and it didn't end well there. And, you know, I mean, you team him up with Giannis and Bam. Do you think you can win one there? And it's Miami, but it's not like he's going to move to wherever. He's set up in LA. This is going to be a year or two of him just hanging out somewhere. Philly would be interesting, but he's never been there before. And to start at a brand new place at this, I mean, Cleveland just makes all the sense in the world. To come back, hometown boy, finish it there. You know that guy loves pomp and circumstance more than anything else, and he loves the attention. And what better story than the kid from Akron who's not supposed to be here comes back to Cleveland for one more run. I mean, that and Cleveland's a good team, and the East is way easier to get through.
12:45 today, as of 12:45 today. The Cavs, 38% chance. This is Kalshi.
Yeah.
38% chance of getting him. The Warriors, 30%. Heat, 15%. Sixers, 15%. Timberwolves, 3%.
Yeah.
Your Blazers, not even on the list.
No. Well, but hey, this is before the inside information from a pickleball player.
Yeah. Well, he's trying.
Yeah.
That's good.
I would assume that every team in the NBA made some sort of I guess if you're the Blazers, what do you
pitch the Nike?
You pitch
thing.
the Nike thing?
Yeah, come on.
Because that's what LeBron needs.
You get Nike to help you
He
out.
needs more Nike clout.
Well, I mean, yeah. What else are you gonna pitch?
Yeah.
Denny Avdia.
Yeah. Hey, can't we? We're pissing our pants over this $6 million a year. Can't we just get Nike to foot some of that bill? Can we call out to Phil? And be like, hey, Phil, I know that you didn't get to buy the Blazers, but how about you just give us $6 million a year and we slap like a swoosh on the side of the building and call it good? Nike can't break off $6 million?
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
That's not how it works?
Yeah. You think LeBron will just update his LinkedIn profile?
Change it? Something on Instagram? I guess.
LinkedIn.
Well,
because, on LinkedIn it will say,
oh, yeah.
You can put the little seeking opportunities or whatever.
Where you're at.
He'll change it to new opportunity, Cleveland.
I'm guessing that we will know and it will not be subtle. When's the last time LeBron did something that was subtle? He doesn't work in subtle.
All right. There's your services of Frank Gay. Thank you so much.
Oh, someone said they saw LeBron at Pals today. Deal is confirmed. Done. That's inside scoop right there.
Someone also said they saw Will Ferrell golfing at Black Butte.
So Will Ferrell to the Blazers as well?
And by the way, that was not true.
Oh.
So I think people just like to...
So what you're saying is someone saw like a 6'9" black guy and they were like, hey, that must be LeBron
Will
James?
Ferrell's not black.
Well, I was thinking about LeBron James.
But yes, I do think people like to text that in to see if we'll read it.
Yeah.
On the air.
And we just did.
Yeah. So he probably was at Pals.
I would assume so.
Because he loves to read.
I think he's still trying to get through that Godfather book.
All right. Multnomah Mac is next. Power Rank, NFL edition on The Fan. We are careening toward the gobbler. That's our next segment where you will hear the latest on Texas Tech and Brendan Sorsby. Did you read what happened today?
I didn't see what happened. What did Sorsby is done?
Yes, he is.
But no?
But information has come out, and it is the least shocking information
Oh, my goodness.
of all time.
Yeah.
But that's in our next segment. Jason, I do award-winning show prep here.
Yes, you do.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
And today I was sifting through the NFL
Okay.
because I love the NFL,
Well, who doesn't?
and I miss it. And
It's right around the corner.
I want it to start again.
Yeah.
Stat.
You're not going to get stat, but you will get the top 10 players at each position that we can yell and scream about.
I was looking at, I think this was on CBS Sports. They had the worst quarterback situations in 2026.
Okay.
And I, for the life of me, could not discern who has the worst.
It's the Cardinals.
I don't know that. I don't know about that.
Dude, they're literally in a dispute right now over Jacoby Brissett because he wants more money.
Well, they list the Cardinals third
Okay.
from the bottom. 2 are worse, according to them. So here are your options.
Well, it's going to be that or the Jets.
You have the Cardinals, who have Jacoby Brissett, Gardner Minshew,
Yeah.
Carson Beck, and Keaton Slovis.
Yeah. Tell me what's worse than that.
You have the Browns, Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and Talon Green.
Yeah, that whole thing is ass. But
Whoever that is.
At least with Deshaun Watson's not even 30 years old. So, I mean, at this point, you can give up on that, and I totally would. But at least you have someone in that room that at one point was like a top 6 quarterback in the league and is still young. In theory, if he ever decided to stop sucking, you've got something there. So
Well, isn't that every one of these quarterbacks?
no, because Arizona doesn't have anybody. Arizona doesn't have anyone that was once good. Arizona doesn't have anybody that will be good. At least Cleveland has some semblance of a guy that you're like, in theory, he can be good because we've seen it before.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say Arizona's worse than Cleveland, though. Then you have Miami,
Yeah, Miami stinks.
Malik Willis, Quinn Ewers, Cam Miller, and Mark Gronowski.
But at the same time,
Willis might be all right.
Willis might be all right in that that's not as bad as the others. At least you paid Malik Willis because in theory, again, you saw flashes of him in Green Bay. He didn't throw a lot, but when he did, it looked pretty effective. He's a mobile guy, and you're getting someone that you think at one point was highly thought of, kind of flamed out, got a second chance. This is that kind of career resurgence. It's not Sam Darnold or someone like that, but it's kind of that retread guy that at one point we thought a lot of, and he's shown glimpses of it. So that if you're Miami, of those teams that you just said, I would take Malik Willis over any of those other quarterbacks.
You have Atlanta.
Atlanta's isn't great either because you have Penix, who is coming off an injury and hasn't shown you anything. You have Tua, right, that you pay a lot of money to, and Miami didn't want. And I don't know who else you have. I mean, that's
Trevor Siemian.
Yeah, whatever.
And Jack Strand.
So you have Penix and Tua. I mean,
that's pretty bad.
It's bad, but at the same time, it's better than those others because when in the certain offense and when he's healthy, Tua can put up numbers. And Penix, despite coming off the injury, Penix at one point was a top draft pick. So again, of those quarterback situations, Atlanta isn't great, but it's better than those other ones.
Tua Tagovailoa.
And you have the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets.
And this would probably be my pick because you know how much I dislike Geno Smith. So they have Geno, Cade Klubnik, Bailey Zappi, and Brady Cook.
Yeah, that stinks. That's just god-awful.
I feel like that is every bit as bad as Arizona. And I think Cleveland, so CBS has Cleveland number 1.
Do they?
The worst. Because Watson just sucks. I mean, I know you're talking about his past, but we haven't seen that in 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
He's terrible.
Yes. He's
Hell,
bad.
I'd take Tua over him.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I don't think.
Tagovailoa.
Yeah. I mean, you could certainly make that case.
So I think it's Jets 1, Arizona 2, Cleveland 3.
Well, Geno has proven that if Geno is in the right situation, Geno can function.
But he's not.
This isn't a good situation for him. So, and Klubnik stunk at Clemson, and then, Bailey Zappi, whatever. I'd say Arizona 1. I would go Jets 2. Yeah, probably Cleveland 3.
Those are the top 3. Because Willis is fine, and in Atlanta,
it's the best one.
Maybe Tua and Penix, you could figure something out, but it's those 3.
Yeah,
it's Arizona, Jets, Cleveland.
Yeah, and I'm not certain, like with Arizona, I'm not even certain, or Cleveland, that they want to be good. This supposedly is a deep quarterback draft, and Cleveland sold off their best player. It just feels like if you're Cleveland, just be bad. Arizona, be bad and restart. I mean, I guess if I'm Arizona, I don't, in Jacoby Brissett, dude, go take a flying, play Carson Beck, see if there's anything there whatsoever. And if you stink, okay, now you're going to go and you're going to rebuild your room, whether that's Dante Moore, whether that's Arch Manning, any other quarterbacks that are coming out. Again, supposedly this is going to be a good quarterback class. So I actually don't think if you're Arizona, it behooves you to go with Jacoby Brissett. I've never understood the bridge quarterback when you're a crappy team. I understand the bridge quarterback when you're the Vikings, Seahawks, whatever, and you're, with a bridge quarterback, you can win 10, 11 games and maybe get into the playoffs. And if you're going with a bridge quarterback that's on a friendly deal that you think can turn into something, see Sam Darnold. Or Geno Smith before him. That makes sense. But when you're Arizona, why? Why are you going with a 30-plus-year-old bridge quarterback? You're not winning anything with him, especially in the best division in football, so just be bad. Or let the young guy play, and maybe Carson Beck turns out to be a Brock Purdy type, where you're like, oh my God, I didn't even realize what we have in him, and now you've got a very young, very cheap quarterback that you can kind of roll with. The Brissett thing makes zero sense for Arizona.
They also list on this CBS article the best quarterback situations, and they have San Francisco number 1.
Oh, stop it.
Well, but again, you have to keep in mind.
Room, right?
I'm sorry, what?
They're going with the whole room.
Well, yeah, like it's backup plus starter.
Yeah.
And Brock Purdy, Mac Jones is probably the shortest drop off, I guess, if you want to say it that way. Number 2 is Cincinnati, Burrow, and Flacco. Number 3 is Kansas City, Mahomes, and Fields. I forgot they got Fields.
Yeah.
They also have Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah, I mean.
And then the Rams have Stafford,
Bennett.
They got Ty Simpson and Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, Stetson Bennett will be the backup. That's a Super Bowl team. They're not turning that thing over to Ty Simpson. Now,
and then the Ravens with Lamar and Huntley.
The thing with the Niners, we can make fun of the Niners, and I get it. They were the most injured team last year, right? This murdered across the board. They won 12 games. Like, give Brock Purdy, Mac Jones, Shanahan, give those guys credit, because you had the Ayuk thing. George Kittle got hurt. Your top receivers were in and out. McCaffrey stayed healthy most of the year. Trent Williams was in and out of the lineup. Your defense was decimated by injuries again. And you, in the toughest division in football, you won 12 games. So, I would never say San Francisco has the best quarterback situation, because Brock Purdy is not Joe Burrow and he's not Lamar Jackson. He's not any of those guys. But the fact that you could have all those injuries and Mac Jones and Brock Purdy lead you to 12 wins in that division, I'll listen to it. I won't agree with it, but I'll listen to that being the best quarterback room in the NFL.
All right, well, there's a little NFL talk for you guys. Why not? We love the NFL.
Come back to us.
So now to the Gobbler. This is quite literally the least shocking college football story ever.
I'm trying to think what Sorsby news was there.
Well, it wasn't necessarily Sorsby, but it's just what happened.
Oh.
It's the whole Texas Tech.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Kind of how they went about their business.
We got Booster Boy news?
We got Booster Boy news.
Yeah, I saw that.
We'll get to that and other things next in the College Football Points Gobbler.
McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, round one of the 154th Open Championship is in the books. Jackson Suber, the 26-year-old American, in his Open debut, shot a 5 under 65 to take a one-shot lead over Sungjae Im and Dan Brown. Scotty Scheffler is 3 shots back at 2 under. Rory McIlroy with a forgettable start at 2 over. 3 of your Portland teams are in action tonight. The Fire are just about to tip off in D.C. against the Mystics. Tip off just after 4 o'clock. That game now on 9:10 a.m. ESPN Portland. Fire are a 6.5-point underdog. The Timbers return from the World Cup break in Seattle against the Sounders. Stay here on 105.1 The Fan after primetime for pregame coverage starting at 6:30. Kickoff just after 7:30. And the Blazers continue Summer League play in Vegas against the Nuggets at 7 o'clock on Prime Video. I'm Brendan Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom, call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fan.
All right, nice to have you along. It's hour 2 here on a Recension Thursday. You have anything to rescind yet?
I'm trying to think about it. Give me time. I'm sure I'll come up with something. Have I said anything horrific over the last couple of days?
Well,
I mean, it's possible.
that's all relative.
It is relative.
We are partying,
Ow.
as far as you know.
Yeah.
We cannot keep Brandon contained in there. He's so excited.
He's just a ball of energy.
The guy...
You are the life
he
of the
just
party.
Cannot sit still in there.
No.
I
kind of want to just see. I want to see him excited about something. Like you're.
Well, you guys should get together for a BYU game.
About to say, we watch a BYU football game, you'll see a different side of me.
I have a hard time picturing you going nuts.
That's okay. That's kind of how I want it.
Even as far as
Even-keeled fella.
Hence the Tiger Woods thing. He's like, it was a good day out there. I had a birdie. And it's very like this.
No. I would say watching a sporting event and on the golf course equals a different side of me that I'm not proud of.
Oh.
He's like, turds, double turds.
So you throw clubs and stuff?
I don't throw clubs.
Smash tee markers?
No, don't do that either.
Cuss?
Yes, a lot.
He drops a fiddlesticks.
Well, Brandon's in for Steven. Steven's in Lake Tahoe, doing what Steven does in Lake Tahoe.
And you're gone tomorrow.
I am.
That's just me and you, Brandon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
The BYU show.
That's right. All BYU talk. Let's get into it.
You guys should have Jimmer Fredette on.
Is he still playing over in China somewhere?
If you could have one BYU entity person on.
God? Mormon Jesus.
Who would you have on?
I'm telling you, I think Mormon Jesus would be great. I've got questions.
Would be entertaining.
Yeah.
Who would you have on, Brandon?
I'd like to ask some questions.
Oh,
Ty Detmer.
Jimmy Mack.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy
that would be a good one. Yeah.
Is he still with us?
Yeah.
Jim McMahon?
I know Jim McMahon a little bit. He would come by once a year and work out with the quarterbacks, and so being the center, I would get to snap to him. And Jimmy Mack's a cool dude. I've had some beers with him, and he always picked up the tab. And he's a good dude. He was friends with my bastard O-line coach, and so I've met him 3-4 times, and he could not be any nicer, and also is a little bit strange. He's got some of the head trauma going on right now too, and he would be fun to if you could get him on for an hour and just kind of and go. Also, Steve Young, as nice a human being as you will ever meet. Those are by far the two coolest BYU guys that used to come around.
Yeah, boy, I don't see cool and BYU in the same.
Jimmy,
but McMahon is.
You would love Jimmy Mack.
Young's not. I'm sure he's nice, but he's
nice.
not cool.
Well, yeah, that's
Jim McMahon is cool.
Yes.
Yeah, and was.
Young is interesting
for the Bears.
He's not as like sticking the you know what as you think. He can
Well,
relax.
that's a lot of Mormons I've found.
He can relax a little bit. You know who I hate though that came around? Todd Christensen. Are you familiar with NFL Hall of Fame tight end Todd Christensen?
I remember him. I don't know anything about his personality or
That
anything.
guy might be the biggest ass in the world.
Why?
That dude is such a D-head. So's his kid, who I played
D-head,
with,
wow.
by the way. Yes.
Creative.
Yes. His kid was a receiver on our team. Hated his son, too. Didn't fall far from the tree. At least the dad was good.
This son of a bitch. Holy cow.
We called him the stomach. He was old guy that had to have his shirt off, and he had a weird thing going on with his gut. But he was that guy. Like 52, and that shirt was off. Still thought he could go out and play.
So it's time to gobble.
Let's do it.
And teased ahead that we've got this Texas Tech story here. This will not surprise you, but there's a New York Times piece today that Cody Campbell, the billionaire Texas Tech booster,
who said that he had nothing to do with the Sorsby situation. He
is chairman of the university's board of regents. He's the big swinging you-know-what in Lubbock. It turns out that he donated $247,300 to Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's U.S. Senate Campaign Committee 1 day before Paxton intervened on behalf of Texas Tech in the Brendan Sorsby eligibility dispute.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sure that was a coincidence. And no...
1 day.
1 day.
So 1 day, he gives him $275,000. I'm rounding up. The next day, Ken Paxton says, yep, Sorsby, you can play.
You know the best part of that whole thing is that actually led to their downfall. By Ken Paxton saying that he was going to sue them, that opened them up for federal litigation. So that actually is the one that crushed Texas Tech, was that dumbass crooked AG getting involved in this.
Yeah, so I made it sound like he was the judge.
No.
He wasn't.
He's the Attorney General.
He's the Attorney General, and he's the one that sent the letter to the Big 12 warning them that
they're going to get sued by the
if they
state.
get sanctioned for playing Sorsby, they could face up to like $200 million in legal damages.
Yeah, and said that Texas was behind it. And then some legal, I think she's from Baylor. She was at a big high swinging law firm because like Oklahoma joined in, Utah joined in, and this lady actually was like, well, this gives us the ground to sue Texas Tech. And it got Texas Tech to fold like a pair of twos. Remember, Sorsby didn't withdraw. Texas Tech said, we're not doing this. And then at that point, Sorsby was like, okay, well, I have no other options. So it turns out that Cody Campbell paid $300,000, or what do you say, $250,000?
$275,000.
$207,000, split the difference. $275,000 to kill his own university's case, which is hilarious.
Well, there were two other donors connected to Texas Tech. They later contributed $382,000.
Good God.
And another one contributed more than $657,000. So
over $1 million.
The Attorney General got $1 million to threaten lawsuits.
And
on behalf of Texas Tech.
How pathetic.
That's crazy.
How pathetic is it that's
should have been an Attorney General.
How easy that is now. And how is that not grounds to get dismissed? Although,
well, there's no, you got to prove it.
You got to prove it.
There's no evidence of quid pro quo. Oh God.
The crows.
Quid pro quo.
Yeah.
There we go.
I like the other one better. I like
Crow.
I like the quids and the crows.
Yeah.
Well, look, that guy's as crooked as it comes, so it's not like anything matters down there. So
it's Texas politics, man.
Texas politics.
That's how they work.
Yeah.
I saw a wild stat. This pertains to nothing. Okay.
I like things that pertain to nothing.
But again, in my award-winning show prep, I was researching college football's luckiest and unluckiest teams.
Okay.
And there's an article by Tom Fernelli about teams who have had games decided by one score, and you know how that works. It often evens out the next year. Like, for example, Auburn last year was really unlucky. 6 games they lost, decided by one score.
Yeah, and this is true certainly in the NFL. I'm guessing college is the same way, but in the NFL, if you're ever looking for a riser or a faller, it's just that. Go find teams that lost and won the most games by a single score. If you have a team that's the outlier and they win 9 games by 4 points or less, Well, that's going to most of the time everything comes back to the average. And so that's a team that you can fade, and vice versa. If you lost a bunch of close games, chances are you're better than your record indicates.
So Auburn lost 6 one-score games last year. Arizona State won 5 one-score games. So if you think you want to take the opposite, I don't know. I don't know. It's a pretty small sample size. I don't know how much you can do with that information.
Yeah.
But at the bottom of this article, there was a nugget that I couldn't believe. And it said, in the college football playoff era, which is only since 2014, 44 of this team's 98 games in conference have been one-score games.
That's a S-ton of
That's
games.
crazy.
That's yeah.
And that team is 10-34 in those games.
Yeah.
That is a 22% win percentage.
So you are in almost every game.
Yes.
And yet you can't win.
Correct.
Do
you have any guesses?
Give me the conference.
I will give you the SEC.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it's the hardest league, and you can be decent but still lose a ton.
Arkansas.
Exactly.
Huh.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I did not. I just was thinking of a team that Arkansas is usually competitive, and Arkansas puts money into their program. It's not a bad team, but they're always on the short end of the stick. So it had to be someone that's not very good. But my two guesses were either Mississippi State or Arkansas. It's a team that's a tough out, but just it never really does much. And it was one of those two guesses.
I don't know if I'm an Arkansas fan. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if that makes me think they're close or they just suck. I don't know.
Well, it also makes me wonder. I mean, that's just like you would think that's attention to detail, right? Like it's little things. When you're losing close games like that, it's usually situational football. It's going to be the attention to detail, and it makes you wonder. Although, how many years was that?
Well, that's like 10 or 11 seasons.
I was going to say, and so you probably have multiple coaches. It's
just weird.
That's weird. Maybe it's one of those where it's just a little from A, a little from B, a little from C, and it's just kind of one of those outliers that just you don't have a reason why. I promise you, no one has thought more and looked into this more than Arkansas and can't figure it out.
The second worst in one-score games since the college football playoff era began in 2014 is East Carolina. They were only 8-20. But third is another Power 5 team. They are 17-40.
Brutal.
In one-score games, 29.8%.
Give me the conference.
Big Ten.
Big Ten. Okay, so I got to think of the Arkansas of the Big Ten that is competitive but does not win games. God. Iowa's too good for that. I'm going to say something like maybe a Maryland or Illinois, perhaps.
Nebraska.
Oh, I should have gotten that.
Yeah, you should have.
That is the definition of Nebraska. Because every year, we're pretty good. No, you're not. You're not.
Well, they always seem close.
Yes. Nebraska, honestly, I still to this day don't really think of Nebraska as a Big Ten team, and that's on me. That's more obvious than Arkansas is. That should be the definition of you think you're close and you're really not.
And finally, Jace.
When was the last time Nebraska won a big game, too? They just don't.
A big game?
A big game. They S the bed anytime they have a chance to actually prove that they're we're back. No, you're not. They're that team that even if they're winning games, get ready for them to disappoint you. They're kind of like a modern, like USC's a little bit like this in the last however many years. USC's got a little of that where you're like, USC, and then set your watch to it, getting ready to disappoint you when push comes to shove.
So last year, they did not have any top 25 wins.
No, I don't think they've had a signature win under Matt Rule. I really don't.
They only played...
Yeah.
They only played 2 ranked teams last year.
And lost both.
USC was close. Michigan was close.
Yeah.
But they lost them.
And neither one of those, Michigan and USC, are the definition of I mean, those are 8-9 win teams, but those aren't. It's one thing, like, if you're coming up short against the Ohio States and Oregons of the world, I get it. When you're coming up short against USC and Michigan, like, those are games that if you're Nebraska and you're trying to prove that you're not just some also-ran and that you really are, quote, back, you've got to win games against teams like that. I mean, those are better than average, but certainly by no stretch of the imagination would you say those are very good teams.
I am back at 2019.
Still nothing, huh?
Still no,
No.
ranked win.
No, they don't have they don't win these games. Period. This is why I laugh at every year when someone's like, "Oh, here comes Nebraska." Nope.
I'm now at 2017.
Nebraska is the school most treading on legacy.
2016.
2016
was the last time they beat a ranked team. And do you care to guess who that team was?
God,
Unbelievable.
2016? Who the hell knows who was ranked in 2016?
They were ranked number 22.
Yeah, that's a huge win.
It was the Oregon Ducks.
Oh, excitement.
On September 17th,
did they play them?
They played them in Lincoln.
In Lincoln?
I don't remember that game either.
I don't remember that at all.
35-32. It appears that Dakota Prukup was Oregon's quarterback.
And that's why no one remembers it. We've blocked out the Prukup days. Yeah, I don't remember that. I couldn't tell you who the Nebraska quarterback was. No idea.
Tommy Armstrong Jr.
That guy?
Threw for 3 tutties.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a dark day.
Yeah, so the Ducks had Dakota Prukup, Benoit running back, Taj Griffin, Charles Nelson, Darren Carrington.
Well, that's a weird it's just a weird
That's the last time they beat a ranked team, and that's not even a real ranked team, really.
Weird outlier.
For the most part. Yeah. And then finally, Dante Moore is headlining the Nike NIL list for 2026.
What is the Nike NIL list?
Well, these are all the athletes they have an NIL deal with.
With Nike? Okay.
With Nike, yeah. They've bought a bunch of players. Apparently, they have like 12 guys on LSU that they're sponsoring. And the Ducks have 5 this year.
So Decorian Moore, I'm guessing.
Dante Moore, Decorian Moore, Jordan Davison, Brandon Finney, and Jet Washington.
Okay.
Those are the 5 Ducks who have an NIL deal with Nike.
That's kind of yeah, I mean, some of those make sense, and others, I don't know. It's an interesting cast.
Yeah, I don't know why I guess my question, I don't really know why they give so many deals.
No,
I mean they have a ton of college players, but a lot of college players are already decked out in their stuff because they wear Nike uniforms.
And I get that obviously Dante Moore is going to be a Heisman favorite, and posterize him and all that. But yeah, isn't Oregon a walking billboard for your players, anyways? That just seems like an odd thing. And I think Jet Washington isn't even going to start. I think he's the one that's like Kobe Bryant's nephew, I believe. So maybe there's something there. And he's a safety, but like he's not a starter, so that's a little odd.
They also have Jared Curtis, the quarterback at Vanderbilt, Chris Henry Jr., wide receiver at Ohio State, Trinidad Chambliss, Nike guy, Ole Miss.
See, again, that makes sense.
Kawan Lacey, the running back at Ole Miss, Cam Coleman, the wide receiver at Texas, and then the edge rusher at Texas, Colin Simmons, is with Nike.
Okay.
And Tradez Green.
Tradez Green.
LSU.
Oh. What is Tradez Green?
He's a tight end.
Okay. That one I was like, Tradez Green. As you get down in the SEC and some of those names, I'm like, that sounds familiar, but I'm not going to put my finger on that.
Wonder what those deals are.
I mean, who knows? I for a guy like Dante Moore, I'm sure that's a good chunk of change. I think a lot of that, too, is product. If it's anything like, I knew some guys in the NFL that were Nike guys, and it was like Warren Sapp was a Nike guy. He was a Jordan guy, actually. And they didn't necessarily pay him a ton of money because, like, Warren Sapp isn't selling shoes, right? Like, no one's buying Warren Sapp shoes, but he's a brand ambassador for him, and a lot of that was product. And Nike does a great job when you get those deals of they give you a F ton of product, and guys love that.
Well, yeah, and then when they do something good, you can put them in your content.
Yes, sir.
So
I mean, for a Dante Moore, I'm guessing that's a decent check, and Chambliss, but some of those guys, that's just about you get exclusive one-offs that no one else can buy. You give them a couple bucks, I don't know, $100,000, $250,000, and then you just give them, you have like a Nike account so you can order direct off a website, and you just get boxes and boxes of that stuff, and kids love that.
And that is your college football points gobbler.
Nom, 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 nom.
All right, in the news is next. Tell you what, might be a little uncomfortable for some.
Uh-oh.
But not for me. We have... Damn it, I can't find it. We have gay baseball.
We do.
But he's gay.
We do.
Well, I've been waiting for gay baseball.
Leave it to the pickles to be innovative. That's next.
Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, round one of the 154th Open Championship is in the books. Jackson Suber, the 26-year-old American, in his Open debut, shot a 5-under 65 to take a one-shot lead over Sungjae Im and Dan Brown. Scotty Scheffler is 3 shots back at 2-under. Rory McIlroy with a forgettable start at 2-over. 3 of your Portland teams are in action tonight. The Fire are on the road taking on the Mystics. Portland off to a hot start, leading 28-13 at the end of the first quarter. You can hear that game on 9:10 a.m. ESPN Portland. The Timbers return from the World Cup break in Seattle against the Sounders. Stay here on 105.1 The Fan after primetime for pregame coverage starting at 6:30, kickoff just after 7:30. And the Blazers continue Summer League play in Vegas against the Nuggets at 7 o'clock on Prime Video. I'm Brendan Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom, call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fans.
Welcome back to our show. What's up? I was just reading about Portlandia.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got some Portlandia news for you guys.
When's the last time that show? I mean, that's got to be like
it's
8,
long
9
over,
years, right?
but they replay it all the time.
Oh, yeah, I see
I
it.
always see it on there. It's pretty funny to rewatch too.
Yeah. Some of that stuff is
Shockingly accurate.
But
what they were saying is that Portlandia wasn't just for Portland. They were claiming that it could have been done in any city. It was initially pitched.
Oh, stop it.
Well, that's what they're saying. They say
Really?
the series wasn't initially pitched as Portland. So, anyway, it is July 16, 2026. It's time now for In the News. I'm your noted newsman.
Ended in 2018.
Thank you.
Incredible.
They did a lot of episodes.
7 seasons, it looks like.
Some good stuff in there.
Yeah, there is definitely the bike car protest kind of mix up might be my favorite one.
Let me just read this to you here. It's from Coin. Blah, blah, blah. Bloop, bloop, bloop. The series, now known as Portlandia, could have been produced in another city according to its co-creators. In the premiere of Portlandia A through O Rewatch, a new rewatch podcast co-hosted by Fred Armisen and Carrie Brownstein, the former co-stars, revealed they did not initially propose the show as a Portland film series. It originated as the duo's comedy project titled Thunder Ant before they ultimately pitched it to IFC.
Really?
Brownstein said, we knew that the show had a certain feel to it, that the sketches had a certain feel. We were definitely reveling in absurdity. We wanted things to be silly and irreverent. There were all of these ingredients, but we never actually thought of place as part of that, which is ridiculous because, of course, place was very much informing what we were doing.
Yeah, I just would have never guessed that because it feels like it's such a Portland thing. But I mean, I suppose you could have done that in Seattle, right? I'm sure you could have done it in any, quote, liberal city. That could have worked in Portland, Maine. It's just you needed kind of the absurdity of the far left, right? And that would have
I think
that would have worked.
Kind of reading between the lines of what she's saying is I think she said the show worked because it ended up being in Portland.
Yeah.
Right? Like it fit.
Yes.
Even though they didn't. It's wild to think that they didn't. That wasn't the initial.
Because she's a Northwest gal, but she's more Seattle than she is Portland.
She added that the co-creators didn't want to assume any networks would approve of producing a series in Portland, since many shows and movies were filmed in Los Angeles, but television producer Evan Shapiro, who worked for IFC at the time, pushed for filming in the Rose City, according to Fred Armisen. Brownstein noted that shooting on location made the show.
Yes.
Between the local backdrops and background actors. It wasn't Portland, it was Portlandia. It became a stand-in for an ideology or a way of trying to live or do your best. It just allowed it to be heightened, and we wanted something that felt a little bit mythical, a little magical, like we didn't want to be always grounded in reality, she said.
Yeah. And they had everything. I mean, they would film at Powell's. Remember they had the episode with like the Portland Trailblazer dancers on there.
They had local people
Yeah.
as the, as like...
Yeah.
in the background and stuff.
It just, I don't know. I can't imagine. Maybe it's different now, but I just can't imagine that working anywhere else. And it sounds like maybe there was a nod to, like you said, that's the reason why it worked is they ultimately chose Portland.
So have you seen the whole rewatch podcast thing? That's a new thing now.
Where
so they're doing, a lot of people are doing this. They've made a show and they're bringing back the stars of the show. And they will do a podcast while everybody's rewatching the show.
Yeah. In fact, they do it a lot now where even with new shows, they'll tell you at the end, go listen to the podcast, and you get the cast talking about, or the creators of it. And they're doing it with movies. I know, like, what was the Almost Famous is one of my favorite movies of all time. And they did like a 30th or 25th anniversary where they did a podcast and they brought everyone back to talk about it. So this is becoming, it's becoming a thing.
Yeah, Brandon, you seem to know a little bit. I think the youngs like it because they see this on.
It's just a trend. It's kind of like movies going back 20 years and bringing back another movie that we've watched 20, 25 years ago. It's kind of the same thing with
like
this. You bring in a podcast, you bring in all this cast from 20 years ago, and it's not only you tune into the podcast, but you're also watching their show. So it's like double money grab.
It's a way to reintroduce old stuff to younger people.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and I think it's always fun to do the behind the scenes stuff. It's always nice to hear little stories or, this is how this worked, or, the feminist bookstore. And, I would love to know how that was so good. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, the episodes that stick out, but it would be fun to, like, how did that come about? Whose idea was that,
Well, there were no better acting chops in Portlandia than those of the great LaMarcus Aldridge. And we all know that.
I remember that.
Well, I was teasing gay baseball.
Yeah.
I'm gay.
It's about time, right?
It is about time, Jason.
Yeah.
So the Portland Pickles have done it again. This has gone viral. So the show Heated Rivalry was on...
it's all the rage.
It was on Netflix, I think.
Was it Netflix or was that HBO?
Might have been HBO. I don't know. It was the one about the two hockey bros.
Yeah, two hockey bros, and they were on separate teams, and they were bitter rivals, but also non-bitter lovers.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before, but I queued up the show. I watched part of it. And I thought it was objectively terrible. Like, it was really bad.
I came home one night and just, like, opened the door, and that's what the BTJ was watching. And I'll tell you what.
It's steamy.
You are not. I was like, whoa.
It's steamy.
They do not pull a lot of punches.
Well, it's all sex.
Yes.
It's like...
It's a terrible written show.
It's
it makes
really
no
bad.
sense, but the shock value of it gets people talking,
Right.
and so people tune in to see it.
And so everybody was talking about Heated Rivalry. It was like this huge, wildly popular show.
Yeah.
And I queued it up. I was like, this is awful.
Yeah, it's not good.
And it wasn't because of what was it was just stupid.
Yeah.
The whole thing was... they go right... Like, queue up the first episode. You'll see all kinds of butt.
Oh, they get right after it. Yeah, there didn't seem...
not into it, bro.
There didn't seem to be any plot.
I was not into it.
There was no plot other than, do you want to see young, hot dudes?
Exactly.
And I'll tell you what, the BTJ was all about it. She was like, I can't take my eyes
That's all you
off
got to
of it.
do.
I was like, all right.
Well,
my wife started watching it too.
See? There you go.
Did you see some of it though? Like, you saw how
Well, yeah,
bad it
it's
was?
on the TV, but I'm just like walking past, like I'm going up to play PS5. I'm not watching any part of this.
Like, and that's no... Euphoria is the same thing. It's a terrible show, but there's a bunch of nudity and sex. There are so many of these shows now that if you want to get people's attention in a crowded market, you go over the top, and it's like, how much nudity can we throw at you? And then people start talking, and you're like, oh, it's nudity. As if we've never seen that, and then people tune into it.
So the Pickles, they had a Heated Rivalry night at their game the other night, and they called it Heated Rivalry night.
Ah, I see what they did.
Get it?
Yeah.
Pickles, dill.
Yep.
And so...
It was the hottest mound charge ever.
Yes. The highlight of it, which went viral, was two men shared a passionate kiss on the field after appearing to get into a heated confrontation. Of course, it was scripted. But the pitcher hit the batter, Beanding, went high and tight on him, and the player charges the mound as if he's pissed, and then he jumps into his arms, and they start making out.
Yeah. By the way, have you seen the clip?
Yeah, I have.
That's the worst pitch since, like, what was that, Tim Robbins in Bull Durham. Woo. They couldn't find a giant gay man that knew how to throw a baseball. That's my only complaint about it. The guy on the batter's like 3'11". It's a little fella. The guy on the mound's huge, but he's never thrown a baseball in his life. So I expect a little more realism out of my gay baseball, to be honest with you, Pickles. I wanted more. I wanted more.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I think. Oh my God. My iPad sucks.
Sorry.
Anybody want to donate a new iPad to me?
You probably crowdsource. Or is that Kickstarter? Whatever? Crowdsource?
It is National Personal Chef Day.
Oh, yeah,
I forgot to tell you this.
Yeah, I don't have that. Actually,
I'm down to 2.
Yeah.
It's tough out there.
Can I borrow one?
No. I've had to cut 2.
Can we also talk about, because it's Personal Chef Day and that you have 2, can we talk about NBA players who continue to try to lecture us on how hard it is to live on the money they make?
Yeah, CJ McCollum.
CJ he had another one.
Yeah.
It blows my mind that this continues to be a thing. And I'm looking right at you, you son of a bitch, with your 2 personal chefs.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I don't really have 2 personal chefs.
Oh, it's just like CJ was the latest guy to try to tell us that 100 million isn't 100 million. Hey, do they not realize that we get it too? Like, if you make $60,000, hey, guess what, CJ? You don't get to take $60,000 home.
Yeah, Siege has been on a lot of shows lately.
Are they?
And he's talking about his business shows.
Yeah.
And he's talking about how all the fees and the agent fees and all these things. Like, here's what really comes on your paycheck and what you have to pay for when you're rich.
Are you not? Like,
and he's losing a lot of people.
Well, like, how dumb and out of touch can you be? Like, we don't know how taxes work? Every single one of us gets our paycheck and looks down and is like, oh my God. The difference is when most of us look at our paychecks, we're like, God, that's a lot. And now I don't have any money. When you look at your paycheck, you're like, God, that's a lot. Good thing I still have $40 million. You out of touch douchebag. Stop it.
Okay.
Carmelo, DJ, Latrell, all these guys. You're trying to get sympathy from people. You made $200 million and you're like, well, it's not really $200 million.
Was it Patrick Ewing that said, we make a lot of money, but we spend a lot of money too?
Yeah. Like, how out of touch can you be? Thanks for telling me how taxes work, CJ. Haven't figured that one out.
Siege.
Yeah.
The everyman.
Clearly.
With his wine.
Yeah. You own a winery, and yet you have the nerve to be like, well, these taxes.
It is also World Snake Day. Yeah. So today we were supposed to celebrate the snake, of which I cannot do it.
No, I'm not.
I don't like snakes.
No. And I don't trust people that do like snakes, to be honest with you.
I agree.
I'm not hanging out with Snake Dude. And certainly Snake Girl, worse than Snake Guy. At least Snake Guy, you know, you have a mysterious, creepy vibe about him. Dude, you're Snake Girl. Get out of here.
Let's also tell you, in no uncertain terms, snakes are not misunderstood.
No.
Okay?
No.
So stop trying to tell me they are.
Have you seen that clip of all the snakes that got loose in the flood in China?
No.
Dude, you need to look that up.
No.
I guess there was an illegal venom farm somewhere in China, and then there was a flood that came through, and it wiped out the building. And when it wiped out the building, this massive you can see it. You can see a massive pile of snakes, venomous snakes, being swept away by the current to God knows where.
Isn't that why Florida has such a python problem?
Yes. There was a hurricane and some sort of python breeding farm. It got blown apart by a hurricane, and then all the pythons got out, and now it's an invasive species that they can't get rid of.
Oh my God. Yeah, it says 900 snakes.
900. And at least with the python, they're pythons. This is a venom farm. Every one of those snakes can kill you.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. You imagine you're in that town and you're like, hey, by the way, there's a flood. And you're like, well, that sucks. So now you're wading around in like knee-deep water. Oh, and by the way, there's 900 venomous snakes now roaming around your city. Thank you. No.
All right, coming up next, the balls it takes here when we return.
Shut up.
No, I'm not. Not all right. This is in the news, July 16, 2026. Thank you. Your noted newsman here. Thank you. 53 pounds of marijuana was found in check bags at PDX this week.
It's a decent amount.
That's a lot.
That's going to be over on the check bag, unless
exactly.
you got to do the toe trick.
Well, I think,
if you're checking it and you just put your foot underneath the bag, if it's getting close, and you kind of lift up a little bit, it gives you a couple extra. You never done that?
no, I've never done that. Well, I've never really had to do that.
Oh.
But I'm a pretty light traveler.
I am too, but the missus, she's a heavy packer, and if I'm a little nervous about it, when you put it up there, you just kind of give it a little toe assist, take a couple pounds off.
But I think now they have it. I think all airlines have this where they have just they have the auto weigh things. You know, where you throw them on the.
Yeah.
Not just at the counter. I mean, like.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Have you been to the new PDX where they have you throw them under the scanner thing and they go away?
Actually, you know
what?
what?
You can't really.
I have not checked a bag at the new PDX because I never check a bag. I don't like that. So my foot assist has been rendered no go. My buddy gets super mad. He's a little fella, and him and his wife are both big packers, and he gets pissed because they're both small. So his thing is, it should not be the weight of your luggage. It should be the combined weight of you and your luggage.
Why?
Because here's his working theory. If he has a bag that's 55 pounds, but he weighs 155 pounds, and you weigh 275 pounds, but your bag weighs 35, why is he paying extra? Because it's a weight thing. And he weighs less. He feels that you should have to get on the scale with you and your bag.
Well, wait a minute.
And that's how it should be.
That doesn't make any sense.
It makes total sense because the only reason your bag can't be heavy is because the heavier the plane is, right? There's a certain weight it has to be, and then the fuel and everything. So that's why they weigh your bag. And so his thing is, it should be the total of what you weigh.
Oh.
He weighs.
Okay, I see what he's saying.
So him and his bag probably weigh less than I do on my own.
Yeah.
And why does he have to pay more to have 5 extra pounds? Basically, he's saying, hey, fatties,
Well,
you should have to pay more.
I was thinking like the 275-pound guy would probably always have the heavier bag, I would think, but maybe not.
Yeah, why would that be?
Well, I don't know.
His clothes are bigger?
Yeah.
It's not,
I don't know.
But it should be, he claims, and it's a decent argument. It really is.
It's not a bad argument.
It's not a bad argument.
Yeah, I don't mind
It should be total weight. And so if you're little, he thinks you should get an extra allowance in your bag, and if you're big, then you should have to plan accordingly.
All right. Port of Portland Police and Transportation Security Administration officers made their second large marijuana discovery in checked baggage at PDX in less than a week. So last Friday, they arrested a North Carolina man accused of checking 30 pounds of marijuana onto a flight bound for New Jersey.
Boy, what sort of dumbass or just confident balls do you have to go with a 30-pound check bag of weed? You understand they x-ray everything, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Are you not familiar with the way airport security works?
I don't get it. And then Sunday, we had an arrest of an Alabama woman traveling with 53 pounds of marijuana.
Wow. Do you think if you're working the security and that comes across, are you just like, are you serious? Like, do you just look at him and you're like, really? Like, you're going to do this right now? This is your attempt? 53 pounds.
Either that or they think that they're just asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, and that
and they'll miss it.
I guess. That, by the way, that federal drug charge, yeah, I'm going to say that's not worth the risk of I think they're going to miss this one.
What else do I have for you here? JC Babes. More than 8,000 lightning strikes hit Oregon and Washington over the last 24 hours.
Woke me up.
Nearly 1,000 in just the Portland metro area Thursday morning alone.
Dude, scared the living hell out of me.
What, the thunder?
About 4:30. That was not regular.
Same.
Dude, that thing shook the house. And I sleep with the door open. And it was, if that wasn't on top of me, it was damn close. That was the loudest thing. We had one go off on the 4th of July about 2 a.m. that woke me up that I thought shook my house. It was like, oh my God, it felt like a bomb went off. That was way louder than the firework. That thunder last night was freaking nuts.
Yeah, it was weird because I have white noise on in my room when we go
White
to sleep.
noise guy, huh?
And so I was confused. I was like, was that the white noise or was that outside? It just kept getting louder and louder. I'm like,
do you have like the rain?
Yeah, the rain or just the generic just brown noise that kind of just it confused me. I was like, I wasn't sure if it was actual thunder, and then I heard it a few more times. Like, oh, yep, that's outside.
Yeah, around here you do kind of have like. Back in the Midwest, it's like it's common.
Yeah.
But around here, when there's thunder, you kind of don't believe that it's thunder. You're like, whoa, that really was thunder.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't happen very often.
It does not. I mean, we just do not get that, and certainly not at that level. It's as loud as I've ever heard it up here. I didn't even know we were supposed to get thunderstorms. I thought we were going to get a little rain. We didn't really get much rain at my place.
We didn't get much rain.
But boy, it shook the house.
All right. What else is going on out there, you ask?
I am asking.
Thanks for asking. Is Salem on the come-up?
Ooh. I would certainly hope so.
No, I ask you.
I don't know, man. When's the last time you went to Salem? Because for me,
I was there not too long
15
ago.
Years?
Oh, really?
Why would I ever... There's just no reason for me to ever go to Salem. I've driven through Salem. Does that count?
No.
I haven't even driven through Salem. I've driven by. I haven't even stopped for gas in Salem. Salem is I wave as I drive through on my way to Southern Oregon.
A new report has ranked 2 of Oregon's largest cities as among the top 100 best in the United States.
It's not Portland.
Residence Consultancy, a real estate and tourism consulting firm, released its report of America's best cities, which ranks the top 100 cities across the U.S. based on lovability, livability, and prosperity.
Look at us.
The places Americans most want to live are overwhelmingly the places they most want to visit. The report said that for its 2026 rankings, it measured 393 metro statistical areas, regardless of population size. In its research, the company said that the cities that topped the list did so mostly due to how lovable they were compared to their livability and prosperity. The cities winning the competition for residents are almost without exception also the cities that have invested most deliberately in being lovable.
So Salem is lovable? I never have once thought of... Am I missing the boat? I've never thought of Salem as a lovable city.
Portland and Salem both ranked among the top 100 cities. We came in at number 18 and Salem number 82.
Wow. Well, that's good news. We don't get a lot of, hey, Portland is great. So I'm going to go ahead and take that as a win.
They said Portland's blissful isolation and self-sustainability were cited, along with the engagement and dedication to the city demonstrated by the community.
I did drive through, I took the back way to work today through some streets to avoid the speed cameras on Columbia. Learned my lesson. And I'll tell you what, it was a lovely little day of people out at the park. There was it's Irving Park, and then what's the one? Is it Wilshire? There's one kind of just a few blocks away from that, and it was lovely. There was a bunch of people playing basketball. There was like a couple picnics going on. It felt very, I didn't see any streetmen.
No naked guys?
No naked guys. No one was getting kidnapped. I'll tell you what, that was a nice, easy breeze of Anytown, USA, and it felt great to drive through. I was like, hey, look at that. City's doing great.
Here's somebody who says he lives in Kaiser, and he says, let me tell you, it is not lovable.
Yeah. I just don't think of it as lovable.
The whole lovability thing about Salem, but it says Salem was highlighted as one of 11 cities that have consistently scored higher for livability, lovability, and prosperity for the past 3 years, a feat that is especially difficult. Across the group, the average improvement across those 11 destinations was 0.24%, a modest number, in a competitive field of 393 metros. Perception gains are hard-won and rarely accidental. So they're giving Salem some props for the bar was so low.
Yeah. Okay,
and now it's just okay.
Yeah,
so.
Hey, you know what? Progress being made. Way to go, Salem.
Yeah, I guess
You
so.
may not be the most lovable, but you're more lovable than you used to be, and I give you credit for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Salem has some, what would be the word? Like, potential?
Okay. Well, just remember,
I do think that.
Perfection is the greatest enemy of progress. You don't have to be perfect. You're progressing. We're getting more lovable. I like it. I'm not ever going to go to Salem, but good for you.
And that is in the news for July 16, 2026, brought to you by the Advocates Injury Attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Headlines are next. We do have a little bit of news regarding the Moda Center renovations. We'll get to that when we return on The Fan.
George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, round one of the 154th Open Championship is in the books. Jackson Suber, the 26-year-old American, in his Open debut, shot a 5 under 65 to take a one-shot lead over Sung Jae Im and Dan Brown. Scotty Scheffler is 3 shots back at 2 under. Rory McIlroy with a forgettable start at 2 over. 3 of your Portland teams are in action tonight. The Fire are on the road taking on the Mystics. Portland has led by as many as 23 points. They're now just up 16 at the half, 47-31. Sarah Ashley Barker leading the Fire with 10 points. You can hear that game on 9:10 a.m. ESPN Portland. The Timbers return from the World Cup break in Seattle against the Sounders. Stay here on 105.1 The Fan after primetime for pregame coverage starting at 6:30. Kickoff just after 7:30. And the Blazers continue Summer League play in Vegas against the Nuggets at 7 o'clock on Prime Video. I'm Brandon Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fan.
All right. Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Thursday. Your sportsman here. But you knew that. My name
I would hope so.
is Isaac. Hello. Big Six right over there. Look at him. And Crazy Brandon is in for Stevie Fire.
Who we can't seem to calm down or get to shut up.
We cannot
Can't
contain him.
me.
Nope. He's an animal.
I mean, sometimes you have those producers that just won't stop talking, and God, you can't shut them up.
He's bouncing off the walls in there. I know
crazy.
you guys can't see him, but
he is.
He's wild. So
It's all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
coming up, we are going to we get to play our Will Ferrell audio that we gathered down in LA.
Yes.
Finally.
Yeah.
So the show is out. It's called The Hawk. It's on Netflix. You can start streaming it ASAP. And we got to interview Will Ferrell, Luke Wilson, and Fortune Feimster in one setting, and Molly Shannon and Jimmy Tatro in another setting. And we have combined those, and we're going to play them for you at 6.
And I would tell you that everyone in that cast could not have been nicer. They were absolutely delightful people.
And the show's really good. It builds.
Yes.
So here's what I want to tell you about the show. First of all, you can't go wrong with a Will Ferrell character.
This is vintage Will Ferrell.
It's classic Will Ferrell.
It's Jackie Moon. It's Ricky Bobby. It's
so you
all
know
that.
what you're getting.
Yes.
But this is through the prism of golf. He plays this aging golfer who still thinks he's got something left in the tank, and he has to go head to head against his son, who is one of the top guys on tour. So it's just it builds. And I will tell you, the last 4 or 5 episodes,
It's got some heart.
it's really good.
Yeah.
And in the very end, it absolutely has heart. Like it comes out of nowhere too, because you think it's just like, okay, it's just fun. It's a
Over-the-top
fun watch.
slapstick, yeah.
But at the end, you're like, whoa, that's moving.
Give you a little catching the fillings at the end.
So anyway, we'll play that at 6. In the meantime, I do have some a little bit of Blazers Moda Center renovation news.
We got term sheets.
Yeah, apparently.
Yes.
In what's perhaps a surprising development, I'm reading to you from KATU television. City leaders say they plan to send an initial term sheet to the Trailblazers this week, outlining the city's first proposal in negotiating a long-term agreement to keep the team in Portland.
And we already have the highlights of what's on that term sheet. I guess I should say what's in that term sheet. So it turns out that whole kind of bomb that Adam Silver dropped and then the competing statements back and forth, I don't know, maybe it actually kickstarted something like, I don't know, negotiations tend to do. So this is from Wright Gasway of KATU. So he has the key terms in the city's draft include non-relocation. So we know that. Binding 20-year agreement requiring the Trailblazers to play all home games at Moda Center. That's a no-brainer. Labor harmony agreements requires for labor peace agreements to support a stable weak workforce. So that's not 100% clear if that's union or not. Remember, because when we had one of the city councilors in, what was the...
Candace
Avalos. She talked about maybe trying to get a union agreement, but it did say in there labor harmony, financial protections, clear caps on public funding, limits on eligible expenses, safeguards for the city, state, and county against cost overruns. Payment, a $3 million annual payment for property tax offset, payment from RIP City Management, escalating over time with proceeds shared among the city, county, and Portland Public Schools. And then the community benefits commitments, requirements for community event access, local hiring, sustainability standards, and partnerships with the Albina-based organization because they're trying to do the Albina neighborhood around it. So that, according to KATU, is what the main terms that the city would like to have in the offer sheet.
Great.
And all those things, by the way, seem fairly benign, which is, I still believe, despite some people that are screaming from the heavens, someone went on one of the local shows today and claimed that this is Clay Bennett all over again and that the whole thing's a charade and they've wanted to move this all along. They're back to that drum.
Who do you think I am?
Here we again. This all seems like we're still within the time frame. Both sides are, the Blazers said, hey, we need an offer sheet. We need a term sheet. And literally a day later, we have a term sheet with seemingly normal asks. Now, what the Blazers do with it, we'll see what happens. But this idea that this is into the side of the mountain, I just don't see this at all. It may go into the side of the mountain. I mean, who knows? But what in that term sheet, if the Blazers are basically saying, and Adam Silver said this, we had an agreement in place. We're working off of that agreement. And we're not interested in revisiting a bunch of stuff. We kind of had a rough outline. What in that term sheet is going to be a major holdup that's going to derail this whole operation?
I don't know. I just think it's great that the day after Silver came out and said it's off track, that the city council threw it right back at him. Like, no, it isn't. Here's a term sheet.
Here's a term sheet.
So, I mean, that to me is great.
And the Blazers asked for one. Here it is. And now let's see what the Blazers say to the term sheet.
The other thing that happened is a coalition of local businesses and community organizations have jumped into the political fray over this.
Yes.
They have launched their own campaign to convince Portland City Council to commit the taxpayer dollars necessary to renovate the arena and nail down a long-term lease with the Trailblazers. It is We Are Rip City. It includes a wide variety of local businesses and organizations, some with a potential financial interest in seeing the construction project move forward. Hoffman Construction is involved. Bolt Consulting, Associated Wall and Ceiling Contractors of Oregon. I know you're big on them.
Oh, I love those guys.
The National Association of Minority Contractors, as well as a collection of local restaurants and small businesses. It launched a website and an email campaign to convince Portland City Council to back the renovation project. Jim Etzel is the CEO of Sports Oregon. He said, this is an incredibly important moment for Portland and for the future of sports in Oregon. We Are Rip City exists because the city community cannot stand by and hope for the best. If we miss this window, we will not get another. And he's right. Yeah, so that's good.
So you now have two of the more powerful labor unions that have pulled their support from city councilors for not voting for this. You now have a coalition of businesses coming together to do this. There is momentum here. This is why I said, when push comes to shove, no one is this dumb. Well, maybe.
No, I think they are. You got to stop saying that. But I think there's enough level-headed people around here that the Blazers aren't going anywhere.
You may get a couple commissioners that are going to grandstand and puff out their chest and do the, I refuse to do anything for a billionaire. F you, we're Portland, we're not doing this. But there's enough sane people on this city council, and there's enough sane business leaders, and you're already seeing the wave of business and momentum that people are going to say, when push comes to shove, we can't allow this to happen, which is, until things actually go into the side of the mountain, try to stay calm. And I know that's that's hard to do because our city loves to freak out and we're so paranoid about losing this team. But it feels like level heads are coming together and something good is going to happen. And like you said, a day after the commissioner said something and the two sides had conflicting statements, we have what both sides were looking for, which was the term sheet.
Yeah, and we have a little bit of time, too. Their vote isn't scheduled till August 12th.
Yes.
So
we got some time.
Yeah. All right. Elsewhere, the Open Championship is underway.
Yes.
As we discussed in the first hour, because we are such big fans of Jackson Suber.
I had to figure out who Jackson Suber was. But once I figured it out.
Not me.
Go Jackson Suber.
Yeah, he's leading. He shot a 65.
I believe he had a buttery 65.
Buttery little 65. He's 5 under. Daniel Brown is 4 under. He's an local guy, Englishman. Sung J M 4 under. And then a slew of bros 3 under, including Robert McIntyre, Bryson DeChambeau, and Cameron Young.
Yes.
Scotty Scheffler went 2 under. Scotty was 4 under through 6.
And then the course bit back a little bit.
Yeah, the course was pretty tough out there. I watched a lot of Rory's round because he was later.
Yeah, he kind of stunk it up.
Well, he went 2 over, and he was not awful. His putter was bad, but I think his round exemplified how hard it was out there. It was just the margin for error was not. I mean, it was razor thin because it's running super fast.
Yeah, they said that the weather is going to be unseasonably warm.
The greens. The course. The course is all burnt out,
yep.
And it's running really fast and firm. And Rory was bad with his putter, so I would expect him to be better tomorrow.
And they said they're not going to try to soften it up.
No,
they're going to let it. They're going to let it go, and they said it's going to get worse. And this is going to be a U.S. Open like test. But hey, there were good scores today. I mean, there was what, like,
a lot of guys under
par. I mean,
the cut would be, if the cut were today, it would be 1 over.
Yeah.
And Rory wouldn't make it. He was 2 over, so he's going to have to do some work tomorrow.
And there's plenty of big names. I mean, Rahm's at 1 under, and I think Morikawa was at 2, if I'm not mistaken. So there's Cam Young was at 3. So it's a decent leaderboard up there.
Shaping up, baby.
Shaping up.
What else do I have for you here?
Well, the Mets are up 3-0 in case you care.
I don't. No. I even asked you if you cared and you didn't.
No one cares. I had a guy text me and said that this is the first time I've given up on a Mets season this early in like 20 years. Yeah, it's bad.
First time you have or he
has?
Oh.
He
well,
said
yeah, there's 17 games under 500.
He said, I'm just done.
There's no hope.
It broke us.
LeBron says he is not ready to reveal his next team, although it's probably going to be the Blazers.
Hey, there was someone that is a professional pickleball player that said that. Tom Dundon owns the pickleball league, and she says that he's trying to get LeBron James. So
yeah, he probably is trying to get LeBron James.
Get your LeBron jersey right now.
You have to wonder, like, over time, how many players have the Blazers tried to get that they didn't get? I mean, it's got to be.
It's an infinite number.
So many.
Yes.
Wouldn't
you like to know how close? Like,
well, they always say they're close.
I know, but I would love to know what's the closest they came to someone that would have made a difference. Like, were you ever even in the
They almost got Kobe.
Were you ever at least in the conversation to get one of those guys? Like at the trade deadline last year. Like, how close was the Giannis thing? Were you ever in it? Was that ever a realistic thing? It'd just be interesting to know.
Well, that would be, I think, the greatest sports book of all time. If you could put together a book of deals that never happened that we didn't know about, that were close.
Yes.
That would be absolutely riveting.
100%. Well, it's like the same thing when you read about like movie, like who would have starred in a movie. You read those all the time and it's like, wow, like casting choices. This person was slated to do it, but they didn't because, some sort of commitment or whatever. Like Tom Selleck was supposed to be Indiana Jones and Magnum, they hired him to do it and Magnum PI wouldn't let him out to film it. Magnum PI was like, nah, we're not going to share you. And I mean, that changed the course of careers forever. You imagine Indiana Jones as Tom Selleck? That's the equivalent of Giannis playing in Portland.
The other thing is that's going on out there today. I didn't know that Gary Trent was still rolling around.
Yeah.
But I guess he just got $64 million.
Yes, sir.
And the NBA is like, wait a minute, you're not that good. We're going to investigate this.
Yeah, we're sniffing around.
That's fantastic.
Well, Gary Trent Jr. Last year in Milwaukee had 8 points and 1 rebound. And apparently that's worth $64 million.
No. He averaged
8
points and 1 rebound.
What did I say?
Well, you made it sound like he scored 8
No,
total
no,
points and grabbed 1 rebound.
Now, I'll tell you what, if he had gotten 8-1 over the course of a season, then you should probably look into that $64 million. Yeah, but how bad does that make you feel that you get paid and the NBA is like,
yeah, we don't know about that.
I'm not certain about that.
What's going on here? You're not any good.
Yeah, things seems a little funky.
So the Bucks gave him 4 years, $64 million.
Yes.
I will say that is, I mean,
seems a bit alarming.
That is alarming.
Yes.
But so the NBA is looking into that.
Yeah. Sure that if Gary, don't spend that money just yet. Take that CJ McCollum advice and just hold on to that. You might need to give some of that back.
When do we get football?
When do we get NFL or college?
Well, I know college comes first. It's like late August?
Late July is when the NFL starts reporting.
I'm ready. Now that the World Cup is over, or almost over.
Yeah. Late July. Football. Rookies reporting as early as mid-July. Veterans, looks like July 28th.
Well, I don't care about camps.
Oh.
I want football games.
Well, so 2 weeks after the report, you'll get the Hall of Fame game. So
August 6th.
When is that?
Hall of Fame game, August 6th.
August 6th.
Yeah, again, don't care about that. When do we get week 1?
Okay, you keep moving the damn bar.
Like second week in September.
Real football. 2nd of September?
Yeah.
So that's earlier.
I would say the weekend after Labor Day is usually when the NFL rolls around.
Well, but Labor Day is the 7th this year.
Yeah, that's kind of the back end of college football opening weekend, and then the NFL starts the next week.
Wednesday, September 9th. You will get your defending
the Seahawks.
Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
Wednesday. So weird.
Versus the New England Patriots live at Lumen Field.
Tell you what, that's cool that's a rematch of the Super Bowl, but it's also kind of a lame matchup.
I
hate it.
You hate it? Why?
Well, as a Patriots fan, I hate that we have to go. I just hate that the loser of the Super Bowl has to go into Lumen and watch them put their banner up.
Oh, yeah. Wait, why are you a Patriots fan?
Because I served my mission in New England, in Massachusetts, and Connecticut.
Well, that would actually be a valid reason.
And then they got their hooks in you because they were good?
That's half of my conversations had to be sports related just for them to even talk to me. And then hopefully we just swing in religion and part of that.
Huh.
You're like, hey, do you like football and Hail Marys and praying for dumb things to happen? Let me tell you about Jesus.
That was one of my pitches, yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's a little bit of a low blow there.
Why?
Dumb things? What do you mean?
No, sports.
Oh.
Sports.
Oh.
I'm not saying that religion is dumb.
I thought
I'm
you were
saying
talking about
sports is dumb.
I thought you were bashing the young man's...
No.
I mean, come on.
As a man that served a honorable fake mission to Toronto, I understand his pain. I wasn't there in reality, but I was there, in spirit, my fake mission. Week 1 is great. We got New England, Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles play that Thursday. Which, by the way...
Isn't that game it's not...
It's in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, that's right. Australia.
Yeah. So we got that Wednesday.
What time will that be here?
It says 5:35 on Netflix.
Well, I guess what time would it be over there then? Playing in the morning over there?
I don't know what the Australian time is, but I'm guessing that would... Yeah, you're going to be sometime, obviously, the next day. It's going to be in the future. They're like, what? Probably 15, 16?
17 hours.
17 hours? Yeah.
Yeah, somebody said, isn't Charles Barkley to Portland the biggest so close? That was Deal that said that. Yeah, Barkley was almost traded here.
Supposedly.
He's talked about that.
Yeah, you've heard it.
Start of the 92 season, 93 season, something like that.
Would have changed everything. Yeah. I don't know if it would have won a title because there was that Jordan guy. I mean, he couldn't get through with Phoenix, but...
That would have been cool if the Blazers had Barkley.
It'd be amazing. We just have never... I mean, we had... The closest thing we've had to that, we had Dame. I mean, Dame's a top 75 player of all time. So in the future, the history of our franchise, we've had Bill Walton, but that was for such a sliver. But at least it led to a title. And then you've had Clyde and you've had Dame. That's it. Those are the only great players. You've had very good players. Like LaMarcus, you can make the argument LaMarcus is a Hall of Famer. And you had the Terry Porters of the world, but truly great, like all-time players, you've had 3.
Yeah.
In however many in the 50, however many, almost 60 years of the Blazers, that's not many. And having a guy like Barkley would have, it would have been amazing.
All right, up next, should this guy have lost his job? Because he did on The Fan.
The George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, round one of the 154th Open Championship is in the books. Jackson Suber, the 26-year-old American, in his Open debut, shot a 5 under 65 to take a one-shot lead over Sung Jae Im and Daniel Brown. Scotty Scheffler is 3 shots back at 2 under. Rory McIlroy with a forgettable start at 2 over. 3 of your Portland teams are in action tonight. The Fire are on the road taking on the Mystics. Portland has been in control most of the game and are now up 56-39 toward the end of the third quarter. Carla Late leading the Fire with 12 points. You can hear that game on 9:10 a.m. ESPN Portland. The Timbers return from the World Cup break in Seattle against the Sounders. Stay here on 105.1 The Fan after primetime for pregame coverage starting at 6:30, kickoff just after 7:30. And the Blazers continue Summer League play in Vegas against the Nuggets at 7 o'clock on Prime Video. I'm Brandon Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom, call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fan Sports.
By the way, people bringing up Scottie Pippen. We got the tail end of Scottie Pippen. We did not get good Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, but they had him.
Yeah.
But
Did you?
Well, you did, yeah.
I mean,
but I get your point. Your point is like real trailblazers,
yes.
like that were legitimate superstars. Lillard, Drexler, Walton.
Like,
And then Pippen late. I mean, Brandon Roy was on track, but it's hard to count that one because
you can't. The next closest thing you have is LaMarcus. And whatever I don't know.
He had a nice career.
Yeah,
but I think I would draw the line at those three.
You had those 3. If you're saying the all-time greats that you had, and we got Scotty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got Scotty like 13 or 14 years into his career. I'm sorry. That doesn't cut it for me. Like when you're getting, that'd be like right now if you got, so he would have been, he probably would have been 34, 35 when you get him. Like if you got Kawhi Leonard right now and you got Kawhi for you got Kawhi for 2 years, do you count Kawhi Leonard is the all-time, like one of the all-time greats? It's just that's not a thing. So you had Scotty for what looks like 4 seasons, and that was at the very tail end of his career. I can't put that in the same category. So at least I say prime. So when he got to Portland, he was 34. You got him at 34, 35, 36, and 37. No thanks. It's not the same.
So did you see the Spurs play-by-play guy got fired?
I did see that. Couldn't keep it out of the cookie jar.
Yeah, his name's Jacob Toney.
Toby. More men have been fired for their penis than I think just about anything else.
Yeah.
Like you can skate by incompetently for a long time, but you put your penis where it doesn't belong, or you show your penis to someone that doesn't want to see it, or even someone that does want to see it. You just keep your penis out of work.
It's true. It really is hard to get fired. Like, you got to have a file, and you got to have screwed up multiple times. And,
Yep.
Yes.
Like
nobody wants to fire you.
It is shocking.
Now,
especially
cuts are different.
Yes.
Like when they do sweeping cuts, which is happening all over the country.
Yeah.
But I just mean like really getting fired. Like if you don't cheat, if you don't say something racist, if you don't,
you get a lot of chances.
It's hard to get fired.
Yes, because
even if you suck at your job,
everyone's afraid of lawsuits, and no one wants to go
like
through
me.
Yes, you can keep a job for a long time. You can't take it out. Just keep it in there, Sharon Moore.
Yeah, so the Spurs are parting ways with play-by-play announcer Jacob Toby after an affair with a player's sister.
Yeah, which is a little weird. You would think if you are going to take your penis out at work, you would think that maybe this is one you could get by because it really seems work adjacent.
Did you see how it happened though? Or like how he got outed?
No, how did he get busted?
So his I don't know if it's his wife. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know if it was his wife or his girlfriend. Yeah, it was his girlfriend. She hacked into his Instagram account and shared a story that said, "This is my girlfriend of 6 years," and it was a picture of her.
Yeah.
But I cheated on her with Lauren Waters or Waiters, whoever. So feel free to continue following me if you really think I'm a good guy, because I'm not.
And that cost him his job, huh?
That was her posting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got fired. And it's a little controversial.
A little bit.
Because a lot of folks are saying, well, wait a minute.
He didn't do it. I mean,
he did something wrong.
He's a dirtbag. But...
It's immoral. But why did he lose his job for that? Should he have lost his job for that? Is that any worse than Tom Brenneman?
Well, no. The Brenneman thing is way worse. I mean, you didn't do anything other. Here's the thing. If it wasn't the player's wife, or if it wasn't a player's sister, then what's the big deal? I mean, I can't say what's a big deal. Look, infidelity. I mean, can we grow up here for a second? Yeah, guess what? Guys that make a bunch of money or in high-profile positions, they cheat.
Well, he's a handsome fella, too.
Exactly. Like, people cheat.
It's just hard. It's hard when you're this handsome.
Exactly. Right? Like, and the guy's on the road a lot, and I'm sure being the play-by-play voice of a team like San Antonio certainly plays well at bars. I mean, my God. So let's just grow up a little bit. But if it's not a sister, let's just say this is, I don't know, he gets caught and the girlfriend gets on his, and by the way, they're not married. So his girlfriend gets on Instagram and outs him for sleeping with a bartender in San Antonio. Does he get fired for that? Is there a morality clause for your play-by-play guy? Get over you. I mean, that's ridiculous.
I don't know. I do think that it does seem like play-by-play guys are held to these higher standards.
Why?
Well, I feel like some franchises, most franchises, just want them to be a really good they're kind of the conduit. They're like the representative of the franchise.
Sure.
And they want them to be squeaky clean. I do think that franchises want that out. This is why they never say anything.
Yeah.
Play-by-play guys never say anything remotely offensive. They're always very buttoned up, because I think that's just kind of the way that job is expected to be.
I feel bad for that guy, because if you went through an NBA organization and you started firing people for infidelity, especially on girlfriends, not wives or husbands, you'd have no one left in the NBA. Everyone would be gone. I mean, my God, what sort of LDS BYU organization you running down there in San Antonio? I'd expect this out of the church. I wouldn't necessarily expect this out of an NBA franchise. It's possible, too, this guy was an ass and people didn't like him, or,
It's possible.
It's one of those, hey, you're looking for a reason, or maybe this, the player was, I don't know. Maybe there was some other circumstances, but at its face value, this seems very weird.
Yeah, it's just interesting how, if you say something, like there was that guy, and I forget who he worked for, but he sent a racist message to a WNBA player.
Yes.
And his company,
Asia Wilson.
Yeah, Asia Wilson. And his company fired him.
Yeah.
Which I think is great.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can't, you can do that. You can send that message, but be prepared for the consequences. They don't want to work with you. That shows your character, right?
Yeah.
And so does this in a way, but it's so much more acceptable, to people. Like, in other words, hate speech or discriminatory or you're racist, it's like nobody ever, what am I trying to say? That nobody ever backs that guy. Like, you're on an island. You did that.
Yes.
Whatever happens to you, suck it up. You have to deal with it. But with cheating, I feel like sometimes we come to their defense. Maybe it's just because so many people are cheating.
Well, because it's not a crime, and it.
Well, neither is a racist comment.
Well, to me, you're talking about two entirely different things there.
Well, but what I'm talking about are reasons why people are fired.
Yes.
And there's one where people are always like. There's so many different things. Like if you steal from your company,
you're gone.
You're gone.
Yes.
It's just not even. It's not even a thing. If you lie on your resume, which we've seen many times at high levels in sports, you're gone.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Again, hate speech or like...
I think there's a difference, between having very problematic ideology when you're racist or bigoted or whatever, and you're literally engaging in hate speech, as opposed to a private matter where you decide that you want to have sex with someone. Like that, the idea that you can lose your job for that is kind of shocking to me. And by the way, the player in question is Lindy Waters, who averaged 2.4 points last season. So
Well, I mean, I don't think that matters, does it? She's
Well, I mean,
still a player.
No, but someone brought up like if a player made a deal about it, and like, look, if you're sleeping with Wemby's sister and Wemby's like, dude, I'm not putting up with this crap, you're gonna get him fired. I doubt Lindy Waters has the sort of authority to go to San Antonio and say this is unacceptable. So this leads me to believe that there was something else going on. I find it hard to believe that a guy that the organization loved got fired for sleeping with the sister of Lindy Waters when he wasn't married. He wasn't married. Even if he was married. Okay. Infidelity now gets you canned.
Well, if it were Chick Hearn, though,
yeah,
he's not getting fired.
No. Who is it? I think we're at the 1 year anniversary of the
Rest in peace, Chick Hearn.
Yeah. What's the Coldplay guy? That was his company, and he kind of had to step down from that. Although that was an employee, right? So that's again.
Yeah, she was the head of HR.
She was the head of HR, which
Ironically.
again, that's a little stickier. But this had nothing to do with the Spurs. If I was that Spurs guy, I would be pissed, and my guess is he's probably calling an attorney and being like, what exactly did you fire me for? I would like to know why. What does this have to do with anything?
Yeah, that guy's name was Andy Byron.
Yeah.
He was the CEO of tech company Astronomer.
I think we're like, it's either, it was yesterday or maybe today. It's like the 1 year anniversary.
That was 1 year ago. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what he's doing now.
Don't know. I'm sure he may have stepped down, but it's still his company. Someone's saying maybe there was some sensitivity in San Antonio over what happened with Tony Parker and all that. That's true. Maybe they made the franchise a little sensitive about that.
What happened with Tony Parker?
Tony Parker got caught cheating with, I think he got cheating with, maybe it was another player's wife. He got caught up in a little sex scandal thing too.
Yeah, but he was a good point guard. So
he was a good point guard, yes.
Can't fire him.
No. Well, I mean, we have that in Portland. I mean, we have our best player is a guy that's, he's kind of a notorious guy that likes women. I mean, Mo Cheeks was that way. Mo Cheeks, didn't Kevin Pritchard end up with a blazer dancer? Wasn't that a thing too?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I think Kevin Pritchard ended up with a blazer dancer.
Yeah, good for him.
Mo Cheeks certainly had a reputation.
I don't think he was ever married.
He was.
Pritchard?
Pritchard was married.
Was he?
Yeah. We had a reporter that covered the team that was well known to, hang out with some of the players back in the day.
Hang out with sports talk hosts? No?
I think it was more of a Dale Davis sort of thing. I think she was more interested in Dale Davis than she was with, than sports reporters.
Pritchard's married now. Was not.
Yeah,
then.
Parker cheated on, it was Eva Longoria with a teammate's wife.
Who's the teammate?
Scrolling through. I think it was Brent Barry's wife, if I remember correctly.
Ouch.
But I'm going to try to find that. Yes, I think it was Brent Barry's wife. So, oops.
All right. Well, rest in peace, Jordan, whatever his name is.
Yeah. And I don't know if you're going to get another job. Like, there's only
Would you hire him? If you, like, knowing that?
Yeah, if he was good. You probably get him at a discount.
So he's
right?
probably not that good. That's probably the end of it. The Spurs are like,
I believe that.
He maybe wanted to move on anyway, and he gave us a reason.
That's kind of my feeling. That something was going on besides that. I have a hard time believing that you slept with the sister of the worst player on your team and that's what got you fired. You weren't long for that job.
All right, Thursday trivia time. Next. All right, I believe this to be one of the greatest sports trivia questions of all time.
Ask away. My giant sports brain.
I don't think you'll get this.
Probably not.
Unless you've heard it. So, who is the only team to draft 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in the same draft?
Ooh.
There is one team.
Give me a time frame. I need a hint. I need a lifeline. Am I modern or am I going way the hell back there?
Define modern. What years?
I don't know. Modern is like after, let's go like 1980.
Okay. So it's kind of modern. I'll give you no, I'm not going to give you the year. Yeah, I'll give you the year.
Okay.
I'll give you the year. I'm being very generous here.
Yeah, because I'm guessing I'm not going to get this.
1979.
1979. So that's modern-ish.
The only team to draft 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in the same draft. I see Brandon's wheels turning over there.
Washington?
No.
Washington. I don't know if Washington has a Hall of... I mean, they got Sonny Jurgensen. I think that's the only
Theismann a Hall of Famer?
So Marino and Elway and those guys were before...
Wait, is Theismann a Hall of Famer?
No, Theismann's not a Hall of Famer. So those guys all came in the 80s. Kelly, so...
Hall of Fame a-hole. Am I right?
Sure.
He's not well liked. I thought he was
a jerk.
I thought he was a great broadcaster, though. I really liked Joe Theismann as a broadcaster, but yes, he was kind of an ass. So it's not going to be any of those guys because I think that was like the 83-ish draft. So 79, that's after Brett. Who the hell was drafted in 79?
I'll give you the players, and you still won't get it.
You didn't give me the players?
Yeah.
What?
You want the players?
Well, yeah.
Dan Marino and John Elway.
No, they were drafted in that was like the 83 draft.
This was 1979.
This is so dumb. They got drafted by a baseball team or something.
That is correct.
Okay.
You're on the right track.
All right. I have no idea who drafted them.
So Baltimore.
But
Colts, right?
No, it had to be it was a baseball team.
Oh, baseball. Yankees?
Yeah.
Because they were in like the 83 draft, and that was like where Elway refused to go to Baltimore.
That's right.
I have no idea who drafted him, but I didn't know Marino played. I know Elway played baseball at Stanford.
Yeah, this is a great trivia question. The only team to draft 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in the same draft is my Kansas City Royals in 1979.
I'll be damned.
Who selected Dan Marino in the 4th round and John Elway in the 18th round.
I'll be damned. Dude, we could have been here forever.
All night.
Well, look, it's a trick question.
It is a trick question.
But it's true.
Okay.
And I'm going to add something for you. I'm going to add a layer. The Royals have also drafted, of course, Bo Jackson.
Yes.
1986. They also drafted Deion Sanders in 1985.
Did not know that.
And Arch Manning in 1971.
So the Kansas City Royals have the greatest eye for football talent in the history of Major League Baseball.
The Royals have 10 plus Super Bowl appearances from their draft picks.
I do remember one of the reasons why Bo ended up going to play baseball is he didn't want to play, I believe it was for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's just like, I will not play for you. And they're like, what else are you going to do? He's like, cool, baseball. Bye.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be something they put in their center field museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of a
It's
fun.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, a baseball team drafted Dan Marino, John Elway, Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, and Arch Manning.
Well, what's crazy is it was Elway and Marino in the same year.
And Elway was just a piddly little 18th round pick.
Yeah.
Marino was way up there.
I had no idea Marino played baseball. I know that Elway used the baseball thing as leverage because he didn't want to go to Baltimore. He was like, I'll go play baseball. I'm trying to think I think who was it? Dave Winfield. I think Dave Winfield got drafted in both football and basketball. Danny Ainge, I think, was drafted by the Blue Jays, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was a Blue Jay. Kenny Lofton may have had that too. There's been some guys that have been drafted by both.
Yeah, Winfield, Pat Riley.
Oh, I didn't know Riles.
Yeah, NFL. Did you know that?
Pat Riley was drafted by the NFL?
Yeah. Cowboys.
What
1967.
It's like a receiver or something?
And the San Diego Rockets of the NBA.
Okay.
Otto Graham.
Didn't know that either.
Drafted by the Lions and the Rochester Royals, NBA.
I think Glavin might be the only one. I believe Glavin got drafted by a hockey. I think he might have been drafted by like the Kings. He might, because I don't know how many guys got drafted in hockey and another sport, but I think that was the case with Tommy.
How about that?
Yeah. Well, it turns out when you're a really good athlete at one, you tend to be a really good athlete in multiple things. They say Jim Brown was like a phenomenal, could have played multiple sports. Jackie Robinson was another one of those guys. I mean, just world-class athletes tend to be world-class athletes. I mean, that's the whole argument about U.S. soccer that everyone always, tries to throw out there, that if we took our players and we made them soccer players, that we would be better. We don't have any good heavyweight boxers anymore because all our heavyweight boxers are playing in the NFL. It's like if you took Myles Garrett or you took one of these 6'7" Lane Johnson and you had them box from an early age, you'd have the heavyweight champions of the world. But no one in our country wants to box.
Yeah, I think the story of Bo Jackson and the Bucks was that they flew him out and they told him it was fine eligibility-wise, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
And so he lost his last season of baseball at Auburn.
Oh, and he got all pissy.
And that's when he said, "I will never." They screwed him over.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly why, but I remember him saying that I will never play for you. And they're like, "We're going to draft you anyways." He's like, "All right, I'll go play baseball."
Well, it sounds like the Royals should have been a football team.
Wouldn't that be something?
Maybe we should be in the NFL.
There you go. Switch
Pretty
it
good
out.
drafting.
Although I think Marino and Elway, you're a little long in the tooth at this point.
Well, I know, but Bo Jackson,
Question is, who would you rather have? Would you rather have Elway or Marino?
As a what? As a football player? Or
I don't know. If you're the Kansas City Royals, I mean.
Baseball player? Well, I'm going to go Marino because he was a fourth
round pick.
Yeah.
I think I'd take Marino in the NFL anyways.
Elway was over Elway?
I mean, Elway got the 2 Super Bowls, but I don't know. I just think Dan Marino gets shorted. Dan Marino was so good.
Best quarterback I ever watched.
It just, Elway had the label until he got Terrell Davis. And look, Elway was greatness. I'm not trying to doubt Elway's greatness. It's a bummer when guys like Dan Marino don't get their flowers. And I think Jim Kelly's that way. Dan Marino's that way. That's probably my 2 that I think the best to never have won it. Like the idea that Eli Manning has 2 and Eli Manning has more Super Bowls than Jim Kelly and Dan Marino combined. Like I struggle with that notion.
And finally, did you hear Chuck Schumer ripping farts on the dais yesterday?
Chuck had a little whoops.
Yeah, these guys.
Well, what else you got to do? You're an old man up there.
Well, they are. It is pretty funny. It's like, is Mitch McConnell alive or dead? No one knows. Lindsey Graham's out.
Lindsey Graham's dead. Supposedly Mitch McConnell was dead, and then they put up. Do we really have proof of life? We just have a photo of him awkwardly like standing there like, I'm alive.
Well, yeah, and even that photo is getting.
Yeah.
People are like, wait, that's AI.
He's dead.
So we don't know if he's alive. Lindsey Graham drops dead, and now Chuck Schumer is ripping farts.
Yeah.
On the dais.
Things are going great.
So here's, do you have the audio of that, Brandon? Let's fire that off.
And we need a complete investigation that's independent. Now on Iran and the NDAA. When all the Trump administration...
He even laughed a
little.
Did
you hear him? A little chuckle.
He got a little chuckle.
Yeah. TMZ caught up with him today and asked him about it, and he froze him out.
Did you? I mean, because that's
fantastic.
That's a significant fart.
It was, yeah.
Did you... I have to know, did it sneak out? Because that doesn't sound like a sneaker. Did you think that you were going to be able to hide it? Like, I would love to know the thought. I would love to know the thought process.
Let's hear it one more time.
Let's hear it one more time.
We need a complete investigation that's independent. Now on Iran and the NDAA. When all the Trump administration...
The chuckles...
That is so great.
Best.
I think he was surprised at how loud it was.
Yeah.
I think he was letting it go. I think he was surprised at how loud it was actually going to be.
So you think he thought he could get it
He could sneak it in.
He thought it was going to be a silencer, and it caught him by surprise.
Yeah. So things are going great over there.
Yeah.
A couple of deads. One maybe dead, another dead, another one just farting up there.
Well, I think we got a big speech coming up here in like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, can't wait.
Unbelievable. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Apparently we're farting in the middle of talking about Iran deals.
Incredible.
What's the most inappropriate? Like you're literally talking about like war measures. Like what's the maybe a eulogy? Like
that would be bad.
That'd be bad, right? you're like eulogizing like a buddy, or maybe a buddy. Like imagine like your buddy's wife, and you have to do the eulogy, and you're in the middle talking about little Susie. She was like, is that the worst? Is that the worst possible fart? Eulogy fart?
I mean, I can't think of anything worse off the top of my head.
Courtroom fart?
Nah.
Rape trial.
Whoa.
You're testifying. In the
Nah,
trial.
it's not as bad as the.
Really?
I don't think so.
Like they're grilling you on like or murder trial, life and death, and you're up there getting all serious and
Again, I don't think it beats the eulogy.
You don't think the eulogy is eulogy fart one then?
Do we have any courtroom audio of some farts? I'm sure that's happened.
It's had to have happened.
Yeah.
What if you're the juror
or the judge? What if the judge just rips one?
Oh my God! Because I went to a.
Awesome.
I've told you a buddy of mine was like, hey, will you come support this person? And I didn't really know him that well, but I was like, oh, I'll come. And I've never really seen a real trial. And it was a rape trial. Dude, that thing was intense. And the judge was hot. And
what was his name?
I think it was Steve. I couldn't take my eyes off of him. No, she was dude, she was hot. And I constantly felt like she was just like giving like the death glare to a lot of people. And there was some really tense moments on the stand where people were crying. What if she ripped one? The hot lady judge fart in the middle of a rape trial? That might be.
That's definitely awkward.
Yeah. And we all everyone in the courtroom, like, can you gain control of the court? Do you gavel after the fart? Do you have to be like, hey,
order in the court?
Hey! Because I guarantee I would have got a chuckle out of me. I would have been, what? She has to do an excuse me? Little gavel fart?
Job interview?
Yeah, job interview's bad.
Maybe, what if you're getting married up there? What if your wife, your wife's reading the vows and
wedding fart?
You let her rip.
I think you can laugh off the wedding fart. Look, it's not great and you're embarrassed, but you know, I don't think you're.
Yeah, everybody's having a good time.
Everyone's having a good time. Eulogy fart's worse than that.
Make for a good story.
Yeah, the eulogy fart, that's hard.
True.
That's hard to come back from.
All right, coming up next, we have an abbreviated club. We've got the Timbers at 6:30. We're going to play a little of our Will Ferrell audio that we gathered down in L.A. We'll do that next on The Fan.
Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, round one of the 154th Open Championship is in the books. Jackson Suber, the 26-year-old American, in his Open debut, shot a 5 under 65 to take a one-shot lead over Sungjae Im and Danielle Brown. Scotty Scheffler is 3 shots back at 2 under. Rory McIlroy with a forgettable start at 2 over. 3 of your Portland teams are in action tonight. The Fire are on the road, taking on the Mystics. It just went final in D.C. Portland getting the victory, 75-56. The Timbers return from the World Cup break in Seattle against the Sounders. Stay here on 105.1 The Fan after primetime for pregame coverage starting at 6:30. Kickoff just after 7:30. And the Blazers continue Summer League play in Vegas against the Nuggets at 7 o'clock on Prime Video. I'm Brandon Henson from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
This is the Fan.
What's up? We only have a little bit of time tonight.
Yeah, abbreviated club.
The Timbers are on, bro. Who they playing tonight?
I think the Sounders.
Oh yeah?
Or no? Yes, the Sounders up in Seattle.
Sweet.
Yes. This
Big
is their first
battle.
one back from the World Cup break.
Yeah, wait till you see the field. Oh wait, did the Sounders play at Lumen?
Yes,
They do.
but I think everything's already torn up.
Yeah, I know because I watched the girls team, the women's team.
Yeah,
played in Seattle
on the turf.
Literally the day after. Well, I don't know the day. A couple days after the World Cup played there, the turf was awful.
Yeah.
They had already ripped out all the good turf and put in the bad crap.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, so there's videos going around of all the stadiums now, and they're just bulldozing it, and it seems cool.
America.
Yeah.
So last week we were down in LA. We missed a couple shows because we were on a top secret mission. Netflix. We did a deal with Netflix. They sent us down there, and they had us. They had us participate in the press junket, which is our first ever, for The Hawk.
Yeah, we had no idea what we were doing, so
None. Yeah, we just followed.
See
They told us what to do, and we did it. Okay. So we went down there, and it was The Hawk is Will Ferrell's new show on Netflix. It is out now, streaming. You can catch it. Beginning. I think you should watch it after listening to these interviews.
There you go.
I think that's what you should do.
Go home, have a beverage, get yourself some chicken wings. That would be The Hawk approved, and then go home and watch it.
Yeah, so this is a little over, I think, 17 minutes. And what you're going to hear us with Will Ferrell, Fortune Feimster, and Luke Wilson. Okay?
Yes.
And then the other bit is us.
It's two separate panels.
It is, but you're going to hear it all
Combined,
at once in
yeah.
this audio. But the other one is Molly Shannon and Jimmy Tatro. I think.
Yes.
That's his name. Tatro.
He plays the son.
Tatro. Yeah, he's like a YouTube guy, I guess. That's how he got famous.
Yes.
Bunch of YouTube.
I think the Simi Valley Boys, I think is his big one.
And he is a handsome fellow.
He really is.
Anyway, those are the 5 participants that you'll hear. And the setting here is they bring us into this room, and we're with these other Odyssey hosts. You won't hear them. You're just going to hear our content. But they set us in a semicircle. They have 1 million cameras and 1 million people, and we get 25 minutes with the
cast.
And this is our portion of that, previewing The Hawk.
We are Isaac and Suk. We're from Portland, as we talked about last night. We're at 105.1 The Fan up there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Will, the impetus for this show, to create this, what was it? Where did it come from?
Guys, I'm going to hand that over to you.
No.
We're going to ask you why you created this show.
Lieutenant. I'm going
to give that to my lieutenants.
I already know my answer. I want to see what you guys
I'm dealing with another issue. I'm going to hand that over to you.
My car got towed last night. I'm still trying to find it. It's a great question. I just wanted to do something that was, a return to kind of a big, fun ensemble comedy. I've always been infatuated with golf in the sense that it is a miserable game. It is a miserable existence. You talk to the pros, they're like, I'm never happy. And I just thought, that could be a fascinating world to have a character, kind of, to see what goes on in one of those guys' brains. And then it just grew from there.
I wanted to ask Fortune, because you guys have worked together a couple times from, Anchorman and Old School. So I feel like there's probably a familiarity there. Fortune, when you come into something like that, what was the process of kind of blending in, or did it just feel natural when you kind of get dumped into what I assume is a fairly free-flowing...
Fortune stalked me.
I did. I had luckily gotten to meet Will a couple of years prior doing his movie, You're Cordially Invited. I just had a small part, but we got to do a scene together that got cut.
It was that good.
And,
I blame Fortune. I was great.
All the crew loved it.
The crew loved it. Oh, my God.
We saw shoulder shaking.
A
lot of this.
Yeah.
But I could tell right away we had very similar vibes. I feel like we kind of approach life and comedy very similarly. And so by the end of the week, I said to Will, I was like, "Are we friends yet?" And he's like,
and she's
sure.
like, "Are we friends? So can I have your number?" I'm like, "No." But then she wore me down.
And then I wore him down. And so then I did another small part in his movie Judgment Day that's coming out. And then we always we're excited to see each other, or so it seemed.
No, for sure.
And then once I got this job opportunity, I was like over the moon because I love him.
But I knew that we knew that Sam, the caddy character, was going to be. I was going to have to spend a lot of time on the golf course with whoever's playing Sam, and it's got to be someone who makes me laugh.
It better not be a dud.
It may be and I just knew Fortune was that person, and she's amazing. As is Luke.
That's right.
Your name is Luke, right?
Hi there.
Hi.
Will?
Hey,
is that you?
I'm right here.
I love the wardrobe department. You guys killed it. The Mike's Hard Lemonade sweater. I mean, the women's golf shirt, the leather outfits. I guess it was something. Did anyone take any memento from it?
Shoes that matched your belt, and then had a friend say like, "Yeah, you ought to be sponsored by Radio Shack." Next day you get in and there's a rate. It's most movies are like, "Yeah, we couldn't get it," or it's but it was great wardrobe.
Yeah, there was. I mean, that was such a golden opportunity, especially, and I think it's also commentary at the same time. Lonnie's old school. He doesn't understand all the current golfers who are into nutrition and working out and studying his swing patterns. He's just like, have some Buffalo Wild Wings.
Cupcake Chardonnay.
Yeah, exactly. And, he's also like, no, we should, these clothes look good on him. So we wanted, because, and to the credit of the PGA, they were like, yeah, we're up for it. Have some fun.
Yeah. That's the great thing, too. Yeah. Those guys were up for it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how the golf community is receiving this.
You've been at some tournaments.
I've been at some tournaments, and they're kind of looking at. They're kind of giving me the side eye, like, "Are you making fun of me?"
Right.
It's like, yeah, we are a little bit,
and myself.
But we're also, we're showing reverence to the game as well.
And it's such a famously buttoned up game, but regular people that know it, or that play it, know how funny it can be too.
Yeah.
Just playing with your friends or playing poorly.
That's another favorite moment when I think we're still at the Corn Ferry Tour, and Fortune just improvised this moment where she gets the gallery to chant balls deep before I tee off. So you done it in one take.
I did it.
You said
I said
balls
deep, and you said.
Then we did another take where I'm like,
you said everyone
Sam,
get him
chanting balls deep.
Balls deep.
Did get a memo from the Corn Ferry Tour.
Corn Ferry Tour.
It's okay once. Let's not make it a thing. We don't want it to be the motto of the Corn Ferry Tour.
But just playing around with those devices, that it's such a quiet game, but that Lonnie would rather have the crowd cheering for him and going crazy. Those are just kind of funny observations to point out.
Yeah. When you put something on film that lasts forever, no one wants to be Tim Robbins in Bull Durham who can't throw a baseball. So when you're playing, it's rough. It's a great movie, but it's
right.
Like if you've thrown a baseball before, so you're going out, you're playing professional golfers. Were you at all concerned, or how much prep did you have to where you wanted to make it look like you actually knew how to swing a golf club when you put it on film forever?
Well, Luke has a really good swing. I kind of have an okay swing. I mean,
I was just trying to make my swing look good, not even worry about hitting the ball, but even that made me sore. I realized, okay, I don't take it back very far.
Yeah, it is something you think about. But I think there might have been a golf double for me. There might have been. And there may not have been.
Right.
Who's to say?
They might have just been for love
but
sakes.
they looked amazing to me.
Well, Jimmy was talking about this. The hardest piece of acting was when you just shanked your shot, but still the camera didn't see it. They were just filming from the waist up, so you still had to finish with confidence. Oh, yes.
In front of a
your head,
bunch
you're
of
like,
background.
that is the worst shot I've ever done. I hope I didn't knock that person out.
Yeah.
Who do you think Lonnie's favorite, or who do you think Lonnie's ultimate foursome would be if he were here?
Sexually or professionally?
Both.
Great.
Sports
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah. Great.
Both? A pleasure, a little fun.
Well, sexually, Cheryl Teagues. Connie Katane. Yes. Connie, wait, is that right?
Tanya.
Tanya.
At this point, can I get in there?
Yeah, get
And I'll keep it cool between Golden and Lonnie, but
Helen Mirren, Lonnie.
It's classic.
Classic.
Dame.
Speaking Shakespeare in his ear. I think Lonnie would love, he'd just love like a fun group. It'd be like Lee Trevino. He'd probably like Bubba Watson. And, oh gosh, Corey Pavin, a little guy. Stick a little guy out there.
The mustache.
The mustache, yeah, it works.
One of
a
by
good pull,
foot.
Corey Pavin.
Isaac and Suk from 105.1 The Fan in Portland. So you mentioned you and Will go back a long ways. He's worked with Luke a bunch. Jimmy, what was it like? First, how did you get this? And then what was it like kind of getting dumped in the middle of a movie like this where it seems it gets pretty crazy pretty fast?
This was actually my fourth time working with Will. We had done like an animated thing together, and then we did a movie where like there was two weddings and I was kind of in the other wedding, and then we did a movie that hasn't come out yet that we were in like a lot together. So it kind of felt like a natural progression. And I just was, had more and more scenes with Will each project. But I was actually on set of that one, and they started asking me like, can you golf? They were just floating it out there, like, what's your golf game like? And so I could feel like something was happening, like they were kind of vetting me. And me and Will had actually golfed like two months before the show, so he knew that I had some capabilities. But then when I got the call, it was just an immediate yes before even really hearing the concept.
Yeah. So hoping you both can answer this, but one of the great things about the show is the heart, that comes out of it, and it comes out a little later.
Yeah.
You don't see it coming. Mm-hmm. Who do you think wins the award for the most heart? Stacy certainly showed her heart.
Yeah.
Lonnie. Fortune is certainly seems like a wonderful person throughout the whole show. Who do you think wins the award for the most heart? That
Probably not Lonnie. I think Sam is definitely a contender. She definitely kind of like brings to the surface some of Lonnie's feelings, and kind of operates as like a bit of a moral compass throughout the show for him. And Lance kind of operates as like maybe it shows him what he's doing wrong, and Sam shows him what he could be doing right. So I don't know. I think that like everyone kind of brings a little bit of heart in certain different ways. But yeah, maybe Sam.
Yeah. What about you?
I love the scene in the bathroom when you talk about heart, where Will and I, when we come out of the stall and I go, are we terrible parents? And I love dramatic, emotional moments within comedies because it really anchors in and it gives it like this emotional, truthful root that then you can play the comedy on top of it. But to me, I always treat comedy in a very dramatic way because I think it makes the comedy richer because it's real. It's coming from a real place. Yeah.
If it's funny to the characters, it's not going to be funny to the audience.
Yes, yes.
So the more serious the character is about what it is that's going on, the funnier the audience will find it.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
cool.
exactly.
One of my favorite scenes in the whole thing is when Lance goes off the rails, the poker game and the dyed hair. That seemed like that was a lot of fun to film. How much input did you have in that, or again, how much of that was just kind of was written there? Because it felt like that would have been a prime spot to maybe improv and look like it was maybe a lot of fun to play that side of, because you get this such serious Lance and the health nut and all that, and then you get we're going to go completely the opposite way.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun to play. I think like definitely the scene where I'm like kind of like, drunk on the and they're watching me on the security cameras. Yeah. That was a lot of fun to just kind of switch it up. I had been in such a serious character mode the whole time, so really just like kind of letting loose in those scenes was funny. I wanted to go blonde with the hair, but they were like, no, we got Luke, Fortune, and Will all with blonde hair. It's too much blonde hair. So we landed on pink, and it was a vibe. I mean, when I throw in that like fuzzy jacket on, I really felt like a new guy.
And the glasses too. It's like Tyler Durden from Fight Club. I feel like.
Yeah, right. It was a look. It was a look.
So
pulled it off.
And also, we were shooting in Hollywood that day, so there was a time where I was like walking down like in Hollywood and like no one even batted an eye. It's like, that's a guy that's walking down the street in Hollywood right now.
That's so fun to do that.
So Molly, in seeing as how you have such a chemistry and a long history with Will,
Yeah.
where do you think Lonnie ranks amongst the great Will Ferrell characters, even SNL characters?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. I would say it ranks up there really high. I think he's just so good at immersing himself in creating an original character, and to be part of Will's like television debut is so exciting that he's doing a big Will Ferrell character for television. I'm so excited to be a part of that. But this is I think Lonnie Hawkins is a great character. He's lovable, but very, a narcissist, but then will surprise people and do thoughtful things. But Will really thinks about these characters deeply and creates such, don't you think?
100%.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Iconic.
Yeah. But he really studies people, and he could imitate anyone, and he is just so good at doing that,
You kind of forget it's Will Ferrell. It almost becomes the character. Each one of those iconic characters kind of stands on its own, even though it's the same guy that looks the same. They are very independent of each other.
Yeah, it's
and it is a good sign for the characters' iconicness. I don't think that's a word, but when you can see how it could be a Halloween costume, I feel like that's a good marker of like when a character is gonna break through and be iconic. And I feel like Lonnie Hawkins, that's a quick one to throw together.
Well, the hawk visor is awful, but I had to have one.
Of course, I know, right?
We're wearing that.
The hawk, I mean,
you brought up SNL a bunch, and you know, I would assume that there's a competitive nature.
Yes,
like
yes,
you mentioned,
there is.
he's breaking himself, he's breaking other people. So when you're on a set like this with so many funny people, is there a sense of you guys competing, or is there an element of you're trying to go bigger, you're trying, or is it more kind of collaborative?
I think it's more collaborative. I don't think there's any, there's no benefit to winning in like that kind of a, because if someone, is the funniest in the scene, it's great. It's great for the scene. So I think like, I know there are definitely sets where you can maybe feel a little bit of that competitiveness, and that kind of doesn't, I don't think it helps the creative. I think what's good, what works best is when everyone wants everyone else to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's the show? So in the end, besides golf, what's the show about?
Take that, Jimmy. I
don't know. It's like it's about a few things. I mean, it's like
It's a sports comedy, of course, and it's a perfect setup for a comedy because there's heroes and rivals, but then underneath it, it's the family too. Yeah. So it's about both of those worlds, both of those families, because the golfers are like a family too, but then our little family. And so I would say, yeah, you're saying, what is it about?
Maybe it's about like, it's never too late. It's never too late to change, never too late to mend a relationship.
There is a great redemption arc to it. Really loving redemption.
Never too late to make a comeback.
And surprising, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
I'd say never too late is a big theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And people are complicated. You never know. You may think they're one way, and then you're like, wow, you really surprised me. That asshole was able to do. You never know.
Stacy's a great mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even though I'm like, you must destroy him like that little Lego.
This has been a lot of fun. Thank you all for sitting down with us. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Of course, Jamie, Molly, pleasure. Thanks for having me out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So there you go. A little bit of Will Ferrell, a little bit of Molly Shannon. A
little taste of the Hawk.
Fortune Feimster, Luke Wilson. It is a really good show. Yeah. And there's quite a twist at the end.
Yeah, it's
be ready.
It gets and it picks up steam as it goes. I thought the last couple episodes were the best ones.
Yeah, so it's streaming now on Netflix. It's called The Hawk, starring Will Ferrell, Lonnie Hawkins. Check it out. All right, we got to roll because Timbers are coming up next here on The Fan.
Indeed.
We are back tomorrow, 3 to 7 on The Fan. Good night.